Hey, everybody, it's Crow of Judas. Wieners, wieners, wieners. Hey, everybody, I am the Cheeseburger, and we're here with the bacon and wife,
Hello.
also known as Cassie, Canadian Bacon and My Fair Maiden. That's like a children's novel, a children's book you read to your kids to make them go to bed. And the first guest of the evening, guys, at the Cheeseburger and Bacon birthday bash is none other than Crow of Judas, master of the wiener himself.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for coming to our birthday party. It's literally me and Raun have been talking about this for like a couple months now. Because generally I'm not really available on the weekends our birthday's on Friday, the 27th. But we're celebrating tonight because I'm just really not available on Friday nights mostly because I work the weekends. And so we're like, Wednesday, that's one of your days off. That's the day it's going to have to be. So thank you guys for staying up and hanging out with me. But it's a costume party. And I am a ghost-busting cheeseburger, guys. Which the cheeseburger's not going to last very long because I am burning up. It is so hot in here in the cheeseburger. But let's shout out the chat, shall we? I'm gonna scroll back to the top because we got Catherine, we got Parasolo, we got Betty, we got Foxfire. I was about to say Cemetery Road, but that's me. Joe Vital of Entity 7 Paranormal is in the house. Grumpy Bear, old Grumpy Bear is in the house. Let's see, Parasolo. I think I may have said Parasolo already. Maisie. I think Maisie's in the house. Thanks for hanging out, Maisie. I'm sure a lot of other people are going to be popping in soon. Plus, we have invited guests, but because I'm stupid, it's the old age. I'm going to blame it on the old age. Because I screwed up time zones and I knew it was starting at 8 o'clock my time, but then I got confused with East Coast time. And so some people who want to watch our birthday bash may be showing up a little later because I'm stupid. But listen, I'm stupid and these guys still showed up to hang out in costume, looking great. There's a child and a bear. There's a bear. There's a Canadian bear.
Lily's taking Willow to bed.
Bye, Willow.
Say goodnight, Lily.
Bye, Lily. Special appearance by Lily. But how are you guys doing, guys? How's everybody doing? How are you guys doing? Cassie, you are looking wondiferous.
Thank you.
This is your Ren Fair costume. You guys went to your first Ren Fair 2 weeks ago, a couple weekends ago?
Week ago.
Week ago? Yeah, a week ago. I think it was 2 weeks.
Well, just over a week ago, a week and a half ago.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've corrupted their souls, guys. I convinced them to get costumes and go out in public to a Ren Fair. According to what I've heard from Raun, you guys had a really good time.
It was really fun. I just wish it was a little bit warmer not only that, I wish they had I think we would have been okay if they had hot drinks for the kids. At least I didn't see hot chocolate, but they had nothing hot. So I think the kids might have been a little bit warmer, if we had hot chocolate or something, just but we only had coffees and specialty coffee, so that's not going to work for kids. So, but yeah, no, it was really, really fun. Thank you, Grumpy Bear. But yeah, no, it was really fun. I definitely wanted, because they have multiple ones in our area. There's 4, I think I saw, there was 4 this year. So bigger ones. So we'll have to keep on the lookout for a better time.
Yeah. They are all over the place. And really, it really depends on some places. They do multiple weekends. And then some are just a 1 weekend thing. I think the one you guys went to was kind of more of a 1 weekend thing. But the one here is multiple weekends. It's a whole month. Mm-hmm. Parasolo says, I'm here because they mentioned cheeseburgers and bacon, or burgers and bacon. Listen, it's true. It's true. We do that. But next guest up, guys, she's popped in to the basement, and according to the little preview I get, She's all about the festivities because Karen from Australia is here with all her lights and baubles.
Oh my goodness!
With a witch, got a witch.
I'm thinking, what are you talking about? Festivities? I'm not dressed up. Look
your
at you.
background is dressed up.
Very festive.
My background, is
and you're always dressed up like a princess, so there's that. We always come looking all schlubby and just being like, we just rolled out of bed, and you're always with a tiara and nice hair.
Just speak for yourself. Well, Cassie always comes looking very presentable.
Even me and Raun.
Yeah, it's you and Raun. Toby!
Yeah, we're gross.
Toby!
Oh.
He heard me. I mean, she heard me.
All the way from Australia, he heard you. She heard you. Yep.
Yeah, I know. I say he because Toby's a boy, to me, a boy's name, so I get. Why did you call her Toby?
Everett.
Everett. His fault.
Yeah,
that's why we don't let kids name dogs.
I had a pet sheep.
Sorry, guys. I got to get out of the cheeseburger. I am dying.
That's okay. I had a pet sheep, and it was just a baby when I got it. And I said to the girls, what are we going to name it? And it ate a lot of food, right? So my youngest said, let's call it Eater. So every time I said to someone, oh, its name's Eater, they said, oh, so you're going to eat her? I said, no, that's just her name.
Only if she pisses me off.
No, never.
Morgan says, or Catherine Morgan says he's stripping.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. That's the first stripping of the night. As we know, the more beer, the more stripping. It was just so hot. It is hot, is unreasonably hot in my office right now, and I'm already wearing like clothes and then a jumpsuit and then a padded cheeseburger costume. I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. It's too hot. And so if the Canadian bacon feels the need to shed the bacon, we will understand, sir. Don't worry.
Are you okay?
Right now I am. I'll be all right.
Yeah, it's starting. We've had not a heat wave, but like a warm wave of weather.
Cassie, I'm sorry. I can't stop looking at your chest, and I'm a female.
Sorry.
Oh,
it's the tattoo.
It's a tattoo. I'm
that sweet tattoo.
That's better. You pulled it up a bit now. That's better. Keep an eye on her, Raun.
Sorry, I thought I fixed it.
No, you're beautiful.
No, you're fine. Jealous. Don't let her ruin our.
I'm just jealous. Oh gosh. Everyone's there's a lot of familiar faces in here. Grumpy, Parasolo, Catherine. Mm-hmm. Catherine is trying to get
Dan Tex is in the house. I didn't say anything about Dan Tex.
Oh,
but
Dan Tex.
Hello, Dan Tex.
Yeah, and Maisie.
It feels like in our party, we got the five of us. We're the usual crew. We're a good grouping here, but I feel like Dan Tex is like our sixth musketeer. Because Dan Tex works his ass off to promote all of our channels, plus every other person's channel that deserves it. And so Dan Tex, I super appreciate you, sir. I know we don't get to talk on the regular, only in live chats and stuff like that. But the work you do is a big deal. I mean, you may think you're just posting links, but we're small channels, and we're just folks trying to have some fun here on YouTube. And your appreciation for our work and your willingness to spend your time sharing links and shouting us out all the time, like that's massive. And so I don't thank you enough, but absolutely you are awesome. You're a king, sir. I just want you to know that.
Cry.
Hey, Karen.
That's all right, sweetheart. I just thought
it sounded like you forgot her name for a second. Hey.
He forgets me all the time.
Dude.
Hey, guy. Grumpy Bear, new member to the channel. Look at that. Thank you. That is a birthday present worth celebrating. Grumpy Bear, good to see you. Thanks for joining in the chats. Thanks for supporting these shows. Not just my show, but like, guys, if you're not supporting Weeping Willow Paranormal, Doof Doof Paranormal, Crow of Judas, y'all got to do that. Y'all got to do that. And Maisie, why weren't you just wearing your birthday suit if you're hot? Because that would we would get banned. Like the live stream would just end, and then we wouldn't have all the fun we're having. So but thank you anyway.
This beer is really good.
Cassie, where are you going for your? Because you're going to do a investigation with just Raun, but is it top secret? You can't say where you're going.
The newest one.
Yeah,
you said we haven't. Like I said, I was going to share like in a week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it is confirmed. I just haven't. I can like announce it here, but it hasn't. I haven't like posted it anywhere. We're going to the Beck House.
Ah.
Yes, and we're renting 2 rooms, like the only 2 rooms you can rent. So we're renting 2 rooms.
And we know I like the Beck House. Yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes of yours, that Beck House one. That was interesting.
Yeah, we haven't been back. It's been 2 years almost. By the time we go back, it'll be 2 years since we've been there. And we're actually taking along a special guest. We were on her podcast, Karina.
Yeah, it's me, guys.
So making the trip. She's heading out there right now.
Starts with a K, but yeah, her name's Karina. She's super awesome. So yeah, we're
starts with a K, Karen.
So yeah, her name is Karina. Excuse me. But yeah, we're going. I'm pretty excited though. So, but I'll do an official announcement soon. So I just haven't gotten around to it.
Just so you guys know, like a thing in my life, which a couple people in my life have made fun of me for doing this because they've noticed it because I do it all the time, is anytime I crack open a new beer, I immediately take a picture of it and send it to Raun. All the time. All the time. I have not, like, I rarely miss a beer. It's usually like the first beer or if I change beers. But me and Raun, we're beer buddies. We're like, hey, this is what I'm trying. This is what I'm trying. This is where I'm at, blah, 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 blah. So now that, we're here. So I'm going to tell Raun, I'm drinking now the Bruce, which is a Scotch ale from Montana Brewing Company.
Oh.
It's kind of a taller can. But I'm going to pour it in said glass. But that's what I'm drinking, Raun. Instead of sending you a picture, I'm going to send you a live stream of what I'm drinking.
Well, I mean, I'm drinking it already, but this is called Chimera. It's a
Chimera, yeah.
Chimera English Pale Ale. It's kind of cool graphics on the can.
Because the creature on the can is a chimera.
Yeah.
It's a creature of mythology, sir.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah. And this beer is friggin' delicious. Okay, so Karen and Crow.
Milk stout.
Yeah, horchata, right? Horchata milk stout. It literally is like, I don't think I've ever tasted something so delicious.
A white milk stout.
Cheers, guys. Even if you don't have a drink. Happy birthday, Raun.
Cheers.
Me and you have been talking about birthdaying since the very first day I met you. We were at dinner with Karen, and, Cassie was there too. It was weird. It was our first time meeting, and it came out at some point in that conversation that we had the same birthday. So 1 year later, happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday.
Like literally a year later, like Cassie. Cassie. This is Karen. Karen, this is Cassie. It was like a week ago, was like a year ago, where me and Raun
something
met
like that, yeah.
in Virginia City. Yep.
Yes, and then 2 years ago, me and Jason officially met too at Tahoe.
But we never really got to hang out. So I really feel like Virginia City's when we met. We learned each other, at that point. But we met the year before at the Tahoe event. And you were there with a few other ladies, your friends and stuff. And then the next year I met Karen. You and Karen were hanging out or corresponding. So like we all went to dinner, and that's where I met Mr. Cassie. Because I told him, I'm like, I'm never going to remember your name. So you're just going to be Mr. Cassie. And then like literally I would have never remembered his name past, I think Cassie was like, yeah, but his name's spelled weird. It's Raun instead of like RON.
Yeah.
And like just hearing that, I'm like, it's Raun. No more Mr. Cassie.
Yeah.
Now it's Mr. Raun.
Kibbard, I said I'm all dressed up for Oktoberfest. I'm actually not. I'll show my outfit off.
It's like a fantasy.
It's a fantasy.
Oh, you even got the fancy pants.
I have my fancy pants.
She's a wench.
And
She's
it
a
has
no,
wench.
I'm not. I'm like a.
Oh.
No,
I always say I'm an elf or something. I don't know.
fairy
Oh, an elf.
princess kinda.
Oh, you
Yeah,
need some
it has
little
a-
elven ears.
It has a hood.
Yes, it has a hood.
Nice. Everything's got to have a good hood. Oh, that's
See that? That's
nice.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I'll do this for now
Yeah. That's sexy.
until I get too
like
warm.
that.
Watch it
I'm
with
a
the
big-
sexy. It's Raun's wife.
I was talking to Ron. He looks like a 50s greaser, kind of like you just need to like slick back the hair.
Just watch out.
Like
Yeah.
what is it? Karen, help me out.
The
Giant rebel
The
without a
font.
cause.
Hey.
Oh, Jimmy Dean.
Oh.
Jim Dean. Yeah, James Dean.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I know him as Jimmy. We've got a personal connection.
Well, yeah, you guys were like this.
Yeah.
Well, when I go get my next beer, Jason,
Catherine
I'll get
says,
some
sent
pies.
you beer money, Jason. You sent me beer money for my birthday?
Huh?
Well,
Cry.
let's see.
Cry.
Yes, Karen.
Yes, you did, Catherine. Thank you very much for the beer money. It will be spent on beer.
When
So
Jason
thank
shuts
you very
up, I'll
much.
talk to
Happy
you.
birthday. Listen, this is my show.
Well, talk to Crow. Crow's here. He's beautiful and he's lovely.
Who's
No,
Crow?
yeah, you guys do your thing. I'm having a good time.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
Crow,
Did
you
we
need
have
to,
a
you need
good
to
time?
chime in a little bit, sir.
Lucky
Crow-
there's not a
Crow,
camera.
do you dress up for Halloween, Crow? Are you a costume guy?
I used to, man, but I wear a mask year round, so it's not really as fun as it used to be.
Okay,
Crow-
so in your history of dressing up for Halloween and stuff, what is the best costume? What you think the best costume you wore was?
God, honestly, I did vampire so much. It's probably the
Vampire's good?
vampire. Yeah, it's
Dude, as a kid, like if I went to the dentist, like, and they had that treasure chest of things you could
The
take,
teeth.
the teeth every single
fake
time,
teeth.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I wanted them vampire teeth. Vampire teeth are solid classic bits of like costuming / horror things. Vampire teeth are amazing.
yeah. I don't know why I went to that every year, but I guess at the time it was the thing to do because of Fright
Did you
Night
do like
and all that
classic
stuff.
Dracula, like Bela Lugosi, like
No, it was always a
and
cheap.
medallion?
No, it was a cheap like the vampire, little kids from the store. So nothing crazy like that.
Yep. I did a lot of vampires. I was Dracula for 1 year when I was a kid. I was Rambo 1 year. That was pretty fun.
Cool.
My mom did like camouflage paint on my face for it, but it was like the worst camouflage ever. Like it looked good the way she did, but it was like reds and oranges and browns and greens and stuff. And I'm just like, what is it? Fall? Is it spring? What war am I in that requires so much bright colors in my camouflage? What else, guys? What do you guys want to talk about? It's a birthday bash. We should all be having fun. Let's do this thing. Let's do it up right. And then nobody says a damn word.
Well, when I go to get my next beer, I have a surprise. So
Oh,
Ooh.
but it's your birthday tomorrow. So hang on, tomorrow.
In 2
Friday.
days.
2 days.
What's today? Today's
Your
Thursday
Saturday.
for me. So my Saturday is your birthday. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's when I put your little birthday present out.
It's
Oh, I
true.
wish you had got to see it. Did you tell Cassie about it?
I did.
Yes, yeah. I heard about it, but I haven't actually seen it.
My oldest daughter, well, Elida, she sat down and watched the video with me. She really liked it.
Oh, cool. Yes, it's child friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, there's a ton of
You're-
nudity
you're
and drug
really
use, but it's
Jason.
totally depends on your children.
Huh? No.
Ow.
Yeah, no. I can't remember. Did I put Bob? Yeah. Did I put? Yeah, I sort of put bobbleheads in it. Not really. Just a little.
Karen, you were in the chat.
Carol.
You
What?
were in the chat for the behind the scenes video I put out yesterday.
Oh, where you showed. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Karen broke a glass in a bar.
I was on the phone with the shape. If you see there, I've got the phone because I was talking to the shape when I dropped the glass. Yep. He was cackling away. He thought that was hilarious. I didn't. I was so embarrassed. But I was pretty drunk.
It was fun. We had a good night that night. That place was really stinking cool. It was. I know in the video it looks like it's just a bajillion pinball games. They did have arcade games too, but it was mostly like just cool, legit pinball games. Stuff from like super old pinball games to like very, very brand new pinball games. We had such a good time there.
It was a lot of fun.
I would totally go back to that place. That place was legit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the staff was super cool.
It was so legit. We closed it.
Yeah,
closed it down. That's how much fun we were having.
At like 2:00 in the morning, guys.
I've never been to anything like that before, so that was really cool. Supposedly, there is one in Toronto. I think there's
two in Toronto.
Yeah, me and Ron checked that out when I was telling him like, I've been to arcade bars and stuff, and there was at least 2 in Toronto for you guys. So I think that would be like a cool like weekend getaway for you guys. You have someone watch the kids. Go up into Toronto. You guys can go hit an arcade bar, a brewery, maybe a nice dinner, and then have a good time.
Yeah, we'll have to get a hotel though. No driving home from Toronto. But now I get weekends off, so
I know it could be a nice really Friday night.
Right,
Catherine. I didn't. That's only glass I broke. Okay, and it was because when I picked it up. It was, you know how they get the moisture. I can still remember. Yeah, I know I was drunk, but it was and I picked it and it just slipped. If the boy hadn't have tried to take my glass, I wouldn't have grabbed at it. But he was going to take it. But I didn't.
Yeah, he was like he thought she was like done with it or whatever. So he went to grab it and she was like, "Oh no, I'm good." Like, and then it just went whoop, whoop out of her hand. It's like,
oh no. Did you get me? I laughed to myself in my own home, just laughed and cackled when we were at Bobby Mackey and I sat on that chair and the leg broke.
I have not reviewed the footage from Bobby Mackey's yet, but I am pretty sure I did.
I'm pretty sure you spun on me when I was on the ground.
You were on the floor. Because I was like looking over here, and you sat on a chair that like the chairs weren't great to begin with.
No, the chair must have had. It was a bit rusty.
Oh, no,
like when I looked at it, I could bend it back.
Like these chairs are cheap. They are cheap and super old. And she sat on one.
I mean, I know
any of these chairs would have done this. No, it was definitely like you. It was just like I had to be one of the legs were like already bent. And so once you sat on it, it just, and so like I'm pointing the camera this way, and out of the corner of my eye, I see Karen just go, whoa, and I like spun around, and she's already on the floor, and the leg is just like out like that because the chairs are they're garbage. Guys.
It was
the whole place is garbage, but I was because it was you, Cassie. You were doing your sensory depth, so I had my phone camera thing set up on you. So I'm watching you.
I think Cassie even was like, "I feel something." There was like a thud.
Yeah. Oh really? Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you were talking about like feeling some like vibrations in the floor or whatever. As Karen just takes a dive.
I should look at it again. Chair. But I just kept laughing. I thought, oh no, Jason's got me on the floor. Like at least you only hear me go, oh.
Listen. If you tell me not to put it in my episode, I will make sure it's not in the episode.
I just thought, oh no, but it was funny. It was funny. I did laugh.
Spoiler warning: I have investigated many a location. I don't know how many, but a lot. I would never be interested in going back to Bobby Mackey's. I'm just putting that out there. Just spoiler warnings for that episode. Nah.
Yeah, I'm not even. To be honest, I'm going to do a background because the actual history of that place, that particular part of land, I know what it was now. It was never a slaughterhouse. It was a drinking house. I got the maps.
So is this?
Yeah, you know. But the history of actually building the building that was there, all like when it was built, like it's just it would be lovely to have seen it back in its heyday because it would have been lovely. Now it's just needs to really be bulldozed.
Yeah, it
Spoiler
kind of
alert.
does. I mean, we've been to a lot of super old places. I mean, the places we went on this journey were, Bobby Mackey's. We had Waverly Hills. We had Octagon Hall. All super old places. The difference between all of the other places and Bobby Mackey's is that it feels like Bobby Mackey's has just barely been taken care of in terms of like its structural situation.
Oh, it's not even
we're sitting in a location that's like as old as the Civil War, and it's legit and it's clean and it feels safe. And we go to a place like Bobby Mackey's, and you're just like, I don't know if I would walk fast right here, or else we're taking a dive through the floor. Like it's so crazy.
I jumped up and down a couple of times near where we could feel someone walking,
and all of us were like, "Stop!"
And and when you get down to the bottom and you're in the basement and you look up at all the rafts, you think, "Oh crap!" Like you can see in some places, you can see through the floor up into Bobby Mackey's, and some of the beams were looking like they were rotting a bit. It was pretty foul.
Some of the beans were rotting. Some of them,
yeah, a lot of them.
That's being kind. You're being real nice.
Because when we were down there, and there's for those who haven't been there, when you're downstairs in the basement, there seems to be what was once maybe an old house.
Hang on, guys. We got to do a moment here. Raun is going to crack open another beer. Just so you all know, I'm going to crack open.
What the hell is that on your head?
It's a beer mug because I love beer so much. See?
Oh.
That was a big surprise, guys.
That may be the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I saw it at Spirit Halloween.
Beerhead Raun has made an appearance, ladies and gentlemen.
Crow's got his crow mask.
That's so
I
cute.
got my beer hat.
Oh my god. The bacon turned to beer.
And I'm drinking a minivan Kolsch.
Ooh, there you go.
Look, there's Jason in the driver's seat. See?
It's true.
Now
that I've got a haircut.
Jason, actually. It does. Look at that.
Dude, did you guys not see that I got a haircut and a beard trim?
I did notice.
My before and after photos this time around are a little ridiculous. Let's see if you. So, hold on. Let me bring that down just a little bit more. That's not. So that's me now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
The Christmas.
Wow.
Right? Shoop. Look at that hair. So bad. I was really like letting myself go on that one. I'm just like, I'll get a haircut next week. I'll get a haircut next week. I'll get a haircut. And finally I was just like, I have to get a haircut. I can't do this anymore.
Oh, my haircut.
Kibber says, I'm lucky I married a man who cooks, bakes, cleans, changes diapers, crochets, knits, macrames, and sews. We sewed my wedding dress together. Well, hot damn. Sounds like someone I want to marry. Dang.
That's too much. That's too much. What do you do, Kibber? That's too much.
Oh, we can't talk about that here. This is a family show. Calm down.
Well. Gosh.
What else, guys? Thanks for joining us on our birthday celebration. It's a costume party. We got a Ghostbuster. We got a Fairy of the Woods. We've got a tall drink of beer. We've got Crow of Judas, who's always in the Halloween spirit. And we've got the queen of YouTube, Karen Doof Paranormal. And we're all hanging out, guys. We're having fun. So let's, if you have any questions about paranormal investigation, about doing YouTube stuff, about production, about movies, video games, TV, cartoons. And no, it doesn't matter. Just ask questions away, guys. Ask away. Because this is one of those live streams where we're just being casual and hanging out. This is a fun time. We're here to hang out with you guys because it's our birthday. Mine and the bacon over there, or the beer. It's our birthday, and you know what? Our birthday's on Friday. I know it's it, but in YouTube time, today's our birthday. Today's our birthday on YouTube. Friday's our birthday for the rest of the world. It's fine. We wanted to hang out with you guys for our birthday. We made sure to have a time where we could hang out with you guys because your guys' support of all of our channels means the world to us. Because I know we're not the biggest, giantest channels ever. Like, we're pretty small potatoes compared to a lot of YouTubers. But the support we get from you guys in the community that's built up around our channels means the world to us. And we do a lot of work to make sure you guys get something that entertains you, that takes you out of your life, to kind of gives you that break from reality. Because if there's one thing we all know, is that sometimes reality sucks. And, you know, hanging out online with some friends and just kind of escaping that for a while is what we do. And as long as we can provide that to you guys, it makes all of this worth it. Beer bacon, beer soaked bacon, beer spritzed bacon on a smoker, maybe. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, Antoine is in the house. Good to see you, sir. Glad you could join us. Catherine says, stayed up for Karen. Boom. Could have been asleep, but stayed up for Karen.
Of course. Catherine loves me.
Of course.
Grumpy Bear loves me too, don't you, Grumpy?
That's right. Dan Tech says, love being part of the celebration. Let's see here. Maisie Rose wants to know if I have a brother. I do. He's 3 years older than me and married. Sorry. That one got away. That one got away from you. And then, yeah. What else? What else do we want to do? I know I've invited some other people to join us, and they're going to join us in probably about half an hour or so, because that's bad. I was late or stupid. I was stupid in telling people when to join us. Karen said she was going to be way later, and then she just showed up like pretty much right on time.
Oh, yeah. I thought, oh, look, I can go to the shops later.
Is there ever a day you don't go to the
They're going to worry you're not there. They're going to be like, where is she?
I know.
This is when Karen is here. What are we going to do?
Yes, yeah. I was going to go. I put some curtains up in my backyard area. When I come out my backyard, when I come out my back door, I've got an area where I put a little couch and whatever, and then you step down and I've got another area. But I decided some outdoor curtains to give it some ambiance. Except now I want some sparkly stuff on the curtains. So that's what I have to go to the shops to get. Yeah. I've got
Antoine,
to make my...
I'm calling BS on you, sir. Antoine says, I got no birthday wishes from anybody. The disrespect is real. I wished you happy birthday yesterday, sir. Many people in my chat wished you happy birthday.
If you had been in my chat, I would have said happy birthday. So
I wished you happy birthday. It was Antoine's birthday yesterday, and for his birthday, he came and hung out in the live stream that I did, and he hung out to watch the new episode of On the Road. And, sir, like, we appreciate you hanging out for your birthday with us, because you could have been doing whatever the hell you wanted, but you came and watched my stuff, and I appreciate the hell out of you. Plus, then you showed up for this birthday celebration, so let's all give it up for Antoine. Everybody in the chat, tell Antoine happy birthday, because he had to suffer through my content last night. Happily, he did it, and he made it. He made it to the next day. So now he's a year and a day old, guys. Welcome, Antoine, to the old man club, because that's where I'm hanging out at. Kibber also says, I wish I could go back in time when my babies were babies. Bro, I feel you, like, all the time. Thanks to social media, you get those blips every couple of days of like, this is what you were doing 5 years ago or 10 years ago, whatever. I get the cutest damn photos of my kids popping up, and I'm just like, oh, I remember that kid. That was the cute one. And now that one just demanded I make him pancakes or else he wouldn't love me anymore. That's what happens to me. Oh, my gosh. Stinking kids. I had my 10-year-old tell my tell his mom, he was like, you know, Mom, I'm basically a teenager now. So, oh, is you? We'll go get a job and start paying some rent, teenager.
He's aiming for that $20,000 to get that pretty good computer that he wants.
So Karen was here hanging out for a couple days before we went on the epic trip. And he was telling her all about like the computer he wants to get and all the, you know, the mouse and the keyboard and the speakers and the headphones and the headset and all. Like he's telling her, and Karen's like, oh, well, like, how much money do you have to save? How much is all of that? And he's like quickly doing the math in his head. Terribly, by the way. He's got his father's brain for math. And he's like, oh, like, it's like $20,000. What? Because he just has no concept of what anything costs. He's just, it's got to be like $20,000.
I gave him some money, but not $20,000.
No. He's still saving.
He's adorable.
He
He's
is.
curly hair. He's just adorable.
He's basically a teenager, Karen. I don't know if you knew this, but he's basically
just a little
teenager.
baby. I especially loved it when he was going to get on the yellow school bus. I had a fascination with the yellow school buses when I first got to America. It's settled down a bit now. But I said to him, oh, when you get on that bus, can I film you getting on the bus? Will you wave to me? And he goes, no. Anyway, I filmed him getting on the bus, and the little fellow, he gets there and he turns back around and he goes, oh, you're sweet. So I've still got that. Every now and then I look at that. I'll never put that on the internet, obviously. It's just like, that's so cute. He is very cute. I don't know who he gets it from. I don't know.
Not me.
Well, yeah, wow. Yeah, he probably gets it from his big brothers. They're cute too.
It's true.
Yeah, Maisie Rose just said 20K. Is he building mission control?
Yeah, pretty much. Crow, sir, you're too quiet.
Oh, I'm just reading chat, man. I'm just
I know, and they're saying you're too
yeah,
quiet.
I'm reading the chat too, Crow. I'm reading the chat too.
So I feel like, even though we don't have everybody here, I feel like we need to do a little bit of trivia to liven Crow up a little bit. And I just so happen to have some trivia cards handy.
Oh, it's not horror, is it?
No, it's 80s trivia.
Oh, well, I might actually do all right at that.
I think so. It's Geek Out 80s edition. So I'm going to pop open these cards. It's like a whole game. It's got like a little game board and dice and all that. We don't care about that. We just want the cards for the questions, guys. That's how we roll here at Cemetery Road. So I'm going to pop these open. So we're doing Geek Out the 80s edition. So put your 80s thinking caps on, because we're going to play a little impromptu trivia to get Crow talking with us. And I'm going to try and open this stupid, like, very tight packaging. There we go. We're going to see who knows what.
Hey,
now, it looks like very trivia pursuit type thing. So there's categories. What did you need to tell Crow, Karen?
I wanted to know how the pussycats are. One of his pussycats wasn't well. I just want to check on the pussycats.
None of his pussycats are well. Like, they're always sick. What's up, bro?
No, they're not. They're not always sick. They're very loved, and they jump on Crow and they climb his curtains. And the other
I know they're loved, but dang.
The other day I was talking to Crow and I hear him go, "Oh!" One of the cats jumped on his crutch.
It's eating me. It's got me. Somebody save me.
Are they okay, Crow?
Yeah, they're doing good now. They're doing really good.
Good. Yeah,
okay, here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm making some impromptu rules off the top of my head. We're just going to try and do this real quick. We have 5 categories. Again, 80s. This is all the 80s. We've got television, movies, music, people, and miscellaneous. So I'm just going to look at the screen. Unfortunately for Crow, he's kind of odd man out because I can't see him, but I will listen intently for Crow's voice. I'm going to read a question, and if you have that answer, you need to say, like, me.
Me.
The other people can, like, raise their hands. Crow, you just shout if you know it. Like, just say me.
Okay.
And I will call on the first person I notice, I may get it wrong, guys, but we're not playing for money, so no reason to get upset. Cassie. Oh, sorry. Gets so competitive, guys. And we're gonna see who best of 10 or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go as we go.
And if you want to wager in the chat, you can wager who's going to do the best.
There you go. Yeah. And then you can throw it in a PayPal donation to my channel, and then we'll buy more beer and we'll keep this party going. Here we go.
Sorry.
Here we go. Here's how we're going to do it. Whoever answers correctly gets to pick the category of the next question. So, Crow, I'm going to let you pick the first category. What would you like? Would you like TV, movies, music, people, or miscellaneous?
Movies.
Ugh.
You know what? This is going to be difficult because I just realized how this game works.
Oh.
They're not questions.
Oh. What are they? Do you have to act it out?
Jeopardy?
You have to name a certain amount of things from this decade in this category.
Right.
So, what did you say, sir? Film?
Yeah, movies. Yeah.
Movies. So, whoever can do this, just shout out, raise your hand, whatever. And then whoever I call on, whoever I feel has signaled me first, needs to name 2 films in which the actor Chevy Chase appears. Go.
Me.
Oh, Ron said me. 2 films, Chevy Chase.
From the 80s, though, be careful.
National Lampoon's Vacation and National Lampoon Christmas Vacation. Simple.
You know, I'm gonna take it. But I'm gonna make a new rule. If that type of thing happens, you can't have sequels. Just to kind of break it up a little bit.
Oh,
if it's going to be
Christmas Vacation '89,
it may be,
or is it '90? I thought.
I think it's.
I'm going to say I'm unsure when it comes to that kind of borderline years kind of thing. But I will leave it up to we'll figure it out. If someone has a real problem of being guys, that was 2000, that doesn't count.
It was 89.
Yeah, you got it.
Just cut off. All right, Ron. You're leading so far. You get to choose the next category. What you got?
What were the categories again?
We've got TV, movies, music, people, and miscellaneous.
I'm going to pick TV.
I'm going to stick with this same card. Whoever answers or whoever raises their hand, shouts their name first, has to name 2 characters from the popular television show Cheers.
Me.
I'm going to say Ron because, Karen, I don't know what you're doing with the... do I call on you? Or are you I don't know?
No, because I used to watch Cheers and then I'm thinking, oh, shit, I can't remember their names. I know Woody was one of them, but yeah, go.
Well, now you just gave him an answer.
You gave one away.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Norman
Ron, what do you got?
Norman Woody.
Woody.
I gave you the answer.
All right. Ron's got 2. Ron, you get to pick the next category. What do you got?
Music.
Name 2 self-titled songs or albums. I'm going to suck at making sure you're doing it right because I don't know music at all.
Don't know.
Do you have
what was the question? I'm sorry.
You have to name 2 self-titled songs or albums.
Mr. Roboto.
That's not self-titled.
If the album is called if it's called Mr. Roboto and it was from Mr. Roboto, then there you go.
Sick, Ron.
What? Isn't it?
No, but self-titled means it's the self-titled album is the same as the
Mr.
band.
Roboto, isn't it?
No, Sticks is Sticks. What? Mr. Roboto is
yes, actually, yeah, I think Sticks is one of them.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know.
I'm terrible with the music. That's a terrible question
not
for
good.
me for music.
Yeah.
How about I give you a better one for music? Here's a better one for music. Y'all ready? You got to name one band who performed on a soundtrack. Seriously?
One band.
A band that appeared on a soundtrack in the 80s. You can't.
Me.
None of you can.
Oh,
Give it to Crow.
Right.
I'm gonna give it to Crow.
Bruce Springsteen.
Who's
What
that?
movie? What song?
I'm sorry. God, Huey Lewis in the News.
Oh, now
Back
it's
in
changed
time.
his answer. Oh my gosh.
I got confused. I don't know. I got them two got confused for some reason.
Yeah. From Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. I'll give it to you, sir. You get to pick the next category.
Movies, please, for 500.
For 500, whoever answers needs to name 2 films in which a character in that film is in a band. Go.
From the 80s.
Me,
Go,
Crow.
Crow. What is it?
Eddie and the Cruisers,
Oh, yeah, love that.
Yes.
and
I assume you're talking about Eddie.
fuck, man. Oh, so you had to do the actor too?
No,
just
no.
Oh, okay.
a movie that had a character who was in a band.
Okay, Eddie and the Cruisers and Michael. Oh, you know what? Back to the Future, wasn't he in a band as well?
I was just about to say you have to say Michael J. Fox. In Back to the Future, he was in the Pinheads. He was the guitar player of the Pinheads.
Yep.
There you go. All right, Crow, you got 2.
Movies.
All right, movies.
Kathy and I are doing well.
2 films
And I lived
films.
through the 80s.
with sequels released in the 80s. So we need a sequels that both came out in the 80s.
Me.
Crow of Judas.
Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th.
Boom. Boom and son.
These are easy, guys.
Oh, yeah, but I need a
I
moment to
almost
think.
got that one. I almost said me because I thought of something, but I could be wrong. Anyways, go.
Fine. What were you going to say?
I don't know.
Have another beer.
No, I was going
Yeah,
to say
Star
Star
Wars.
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 Yeah,
And
yeah,
I-
stuff.
yeah, so Star Wars and yeah, I could have said Back to the Future, right? Is Back to the Future?
Critters and Cocoon.
Oh, Critters. I love Critters. Billy Zane gets
I
killed
think
on
Back to the
haystack.
Future came out in the 80s, but Back to the Future 2 and 3 were in the 90s, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, never mind. Well, I know Star Wars was one of them. That's what I had in my brain. But anyways, you go, Crow.
Crow, give us a thing.
Music.
I'm not going to do that one. Okay. This should be easy, guys. Name 2 musicians known only by one name.
Oh, me.
Shut up.
Cassie.
I yelled out the answer instead
Well,
of the
Prince and
Go,
Sting.
Cassie.
What was that?
Prince and Sting.
Prince and Sting. Got
Yeah.
it. Good. My go-to was Madonna and Tiffany.
Oh,
Who would you say, Karen?
I was going to say Cher and Madonna.
oh,
Well, that's
Ooh.
good too.
Yep.
Cassie, who? What category?
let's go for miscellaneous. Let's switch it up.
Ooh, here's a good one. Name an actor who put out a musical album.
Don Johnson. Oh. Me.
Karen gets it. Don
Me.
Johnson
Don-
did put
Don
out an
Johnson
album.
did. Don
I go
Johnson
immediately to David Hasselhoff. That's my go-to.
did. Yeah, David did too, but Don Johnson did because he was in Miami Vice and he's popped out a record. I didn't buy it.
Karen,
buy it.
what is our next category?
Miscellaneous.
Name a singular 3 named celebrity. A celebrity with 3 names.
3 names.
Oh, is that the question?
Oh, me.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. Canadian Bacon.
Go ahead.
But
Go ahead. You said me.
Well, Olivia Newton-John. Does that mean me?
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure that the last name was.
No, that's perfect.
That's her name.
You get to choose the next category.
Okay, TV.
Okay, TV. Name 2 television shows that featured dancing.
Dancing.
TV shows?
Wait.
Ooh, Karen.
Oh, hang on. I think it was this. Oh, no, Fame. Fame was in the 80s because Janet Jackson was in it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. One more.
I don't remember that show. New on ABC. Oh, shit.
Oh, it's Soul Train. Soul Train.
Is that from the 80s or the 70s?
I think it was still on in the 80s because there was, I think, because I used to watch
Maisie says Footloose and Flashdance. That would be great if it was movies, but we're on television.
Yeah, that's movies though.
Hello.
Oh, hang on, Flash. Yeah, they're movies. But definitely Fame was a television show because What's Her Face Jackson was in it. Yeah, I don't know, but I think I don't know. someone else.
Kibber says Fame and American Bandstand. American Bandstand was way before the 80s, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and American Bandstand wasn't. There was dancing on it.
Show. There's one.
Who?
Lawrence Talk Show.
Was that going on in the 80s?
Lawrence
though?
Welk.
Oh yeah.
Did it start in the 80s?
Oh, there. Miko says Solid Gold as well. Oh no, I said Soul Train, didn't I? Oh yeah, Solid Gold Dancers. They were really good.
I can't think of really many 80s shows that had like featured dancing.
No.
So I think I'm gonna give it to you because I think
Thanks.
the 80s weren't a
Well, I
great
got one
time for
right.
like.
And I said
Yeah,
Soul
yeah,
Train.
totally fan.
What about the Solid Gold Dancers?
Maisie says MTV. So yeah, I would say like most shows on MTV in the 80s.
Yeah,
Right,
but that was
sure.
film clips. They just had some people
Yeah.
dancing in the background on a film
So
clip.
we'll
when they used to make really good video clips.
we'll say Karen, you got that, so you can pick the next category.
What was the question? What were the categories again? Movies.
Movies,
TV.
music, people, and miscellaneous.
Go for people. People.
3 blonde celebrities from the 80s.
Me.
Karen.
Farrah Fawcett Majors.
Threw in the majors on there too. Oh dang.
Yeah,
Some
she was
sweet
married to
knowledge.
the $6 million man for a while.
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. Farrah Fawcett Majors. I had them all. Oh, Madonna was blonde sometime. And oh Jesus, she's a singer.
I mean, Jesus was probably around in the 80s. I don't know.
Blondie.
Yeah, there
Blondie,
you go.
Blondie.
We'll just go with that.
No, Blondie. Blondie from, yeah. So Blondie,
Absolutely.
Farrah Fawcett Majors, and Madonna. There you go.
We're going to take a short commercial break to say Mike O is in the house.
Hey,
How do you, Mike O? Thanks for joining our birthday party. Catherine says Dolly Parton. Absolutely. I think Dolly Parton is definitely an 80s lady.
What about Suzanne Summers?
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Suzanne Summers. Rest in peace, man. She just passed away a couple days ago. That sucks.
Yeah.
I was a big Three's a Company fan.
Yeah.
Me too. Love that show.
All right. Here we go. Karen, you're just kind of running the roost here. What is the next category?
General. Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous?
Yeah.
Name one anthology series TV show.
One. For me.
Just one. Karen.
Salem's Lot.
Oh dang! All right. Was Salem's Lot a TV show though?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know it's a movie.
I
Google
can tell you now. It's a TV show.
Yeah.
Google
I'm
it
gonna have to
then. Go
Google
on,
it.
Google it. Someone Google it. Go on. It was a movie, but they made a TV show out of it.
I hope they did because I'm very interested in that now.
Is that?
The movie's coming up. Is Salem's Lot a movie or series?
I'm telling you now. I'm just trying to remember.
All I'm seeing is there's a mini
What's
series.
his name was in it? You know, he never ages. Yeah, Salem's Lot TV miniseries. Yeah, David Thingo from Starsky and Hutch was in it.
A mini series is not a TV show though, not an anthology
It was on
TV show.
TV. It was on TV.
Is it an
Oh.
is it an anthology TV show though, or is it telling one story?
Oh, fucking hell. All right, Tales from the Crypt. Now we're getting
That's 90s.
Tales from the
That's
Crypt.
90s.
No, it wasn't. Michael J. Fox was in it.
That's in the
In the
90s.
80s.
That's in the
I was a
90s.
teenager when
Yep.
Tales from the Crypt came
Oh.
out.
Fuck off.
18. The 18. How about the 18?
That's not even
A-Team is not an anthology series. Amazing Stories is an anthology series.
1989. Thank you very much. 7
Unsolved
seasons
Mysteries.
to it.
That's not-
No, I'm
are you
right.
talking
Tales
about?
of the Crypt. Tales of the Crypt, 1989, and that's when it started. Salem's Lot, all right. Salem's Lot was 1979, so I got that wrong. But it's Tales from the Crypt, 1989, and it was seven series. So I got it right.
Listen, I feel you were wrong.
Tales of people in chat. It's true. Tales of the Crypt.
I'm with you on that one, Allie. What the heck is an anthology series?
It is
It just means that-
it's a series that
Yeah.
tells little stories. So like every episode is a story that's completely different. So Tales from the Crypt is an anthology series, amazing
Gotcha.
stories.
Or like, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Goosebumps.
It's a regular series, but it's telling a different story in every episode.
Mirror.
I think.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, you get Karen. You get to pick the next category.
Oh, you
What
gave
are
it
we-
to me, did you?
I did. Did you just call me a dickhead?
What?
No, I said you gave it to me. See,
This is my birthday. I don't have to listen to that crap. I can see her in the basement yelling at me. It's fun.
who's yelling at you? Oh,
I didn't even realize. I didn't realize what you did.
All right, what's the category? What's the category, girl?
I'm so upset. General. General again.
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. That's it.
I'm gonna skip that one. That one's kind of dumb. There we go.
Yes, Grumpy Bear. Jason did kick me out.
I did. She called me a dickhead.
I didn't call you a dickhead.
She just did. She did it again. She did it
Oh,
again.
God.
Name one from the 80s again. Infomercial product.
Me.
Wait,
Me.
Ooh,
Oh,
Canadian bacon.
Crow would have got that.
The Floby.
What?
Floby? Is that the haircut
What's
one?
the Floby?
Haircut one, yeah.
Is that
They're
from
from
the
the
80s or is that the 90s?
I
What's
don't
a
know.
Floby?
I'm just guessing.
Your fair maiden is Googling that for us. Let me Google that for you. ShamWow, Mike O. Yeah, ShamWow's a good one.
Sham, wow. Didn't that man
For
end up
me,
in
it
jail?
would be
or
anything from like Time Life, like music series or whatever. We're gonna send you like 17
86.
albums.
1986.
It was developed and filed for patent in 86.
86.
I guarantee the infomercial came out in the 80s then.
It's 1988. It said
Who's
that.
the guy,
It's,
Oh, yeah.
that did it? That guy, what's his name?
that's George Clooney, Ron.
Oh, was that George Clooney? Oh.
Yeah, because George Clooney uses that. That he said that in interviews. He's like, "Oh, this is how I've been doing my hair for years."
Yeah, since 1988 it was released. So
Woo. Love my infomercials.
All right, Canadian Bacon, pick a category.
Let's do people again.
That one's too vague. No. Okay, from the 80s. Name 3 action movie stars.
Me.
Oh,
Why did that take so long? Crow, are you awake?
Yeah. Go ahead, guys.
We got Arnold
Canadian
Schwarzenegger. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger. You
That's
have
1.
hang on, give me Sylvester Stallone.
2.
And
I can't help.
no. I'm
you need help, Ron?
Chuck
You need
Norris.
help, Ron?
Okay.
You need help? Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Well, he said Chuck Norris, so
Close enough.
I would have
Actually,
gone with Van
Jean-Claude
Damme.
is
I would have gone with Van Damme. Karen's right on that one.
Van Damme's a honey. Still
Van
is.
Damme, like Chuck Norris, don't get me wrong, like Chuck Norris, action star, yeah, but nothing says 80s like a Van Damme over Chuck Norris.
No.
I don't know. Chuck Norris is in a lot of good movies, though.
but
Is he?
Yeah.
Chuck
I mean,
Norris,
he had like the
yeah.
Delta
He is-
Force and the Missing in Action films, sure, but like Van
Oh,
Damme, like
He's in some great movies, though.
He's all right. There's nothing wrong with old Chuck.
I mean, have you
Antoine
not seen
says
that,
Tom
man?
Cruise, but I would argue that Tom Cruise wasn't
Tom
an action
Cruise.
star in the 80s.
No, he wasn't.
Now, yeah, with the Mission Impossible series, yeah, Tom Cruise is an action star. In the 80s,
Yeah,
he
not
wasn't
in the
really an
80s.
action star. He was more of a chick flick star.
Yeah, rom-com sort of a
Top-
fella back then.
Top Gun and Days of Thunder. Well,
Ooh.
Those aren't action
That was
movies.
yeah.
that really action movies.
Those are literally almost romantic comedies. They're romantic comedies for dudes. That's what those movies are.
That, and
And that's not
And
me
Top
saying
Gun
those
was the
movies are
80s.
bad.
Yeah, I suppose. But, yeah, I don't know.
there's excitement in it, though.
Yeah, but they're romantic comedies for dudes.
Yeah,
When
it's
was
not-
when was my favourite Christmas movie Die Hard made? That was the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so
It's
Bruce
gotta be late
Willis
80s.
too.
All right, let's
Yeah,
do
thank
one
you.
more, and then we'll go back to hanging out and chit chatting. Hold on
Yeah.
one second. What did I do? I lost
Oh
my
yeah, Nicky
comments.
Cage.
They're there.
Cuba. Mm.
Nick Cage in the
Yeah,
80s
Nicolas
is an action
Cage.
star.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh well.
Nick Cage didn't
yeah.
become like action E until Con Air in the late 90s.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
He was in like Moonstruck with Cher, and he was in another
Mhm.
rom-com where I'm trying to think who it was, Traveled Back in Time. He was in a lot of rom-com type movies too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it was till the 90s. But yeah. But Bruce Willis definitely was.
Yeah, Canadian Bacon. I'm going to say you got that with help from Karen, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
Because she had the better third person. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
What is the category?
Look, he's all upset now.
That's okay, Karen. Look at this. I can take care of that for
Look, he's gone.
you. There will be no attitude in our birthday, sir.
Cassie's going to
What is the category? What's the category?
Let's go with movies.
Speaking of, name from the 80s 3 romantic comedies.
Oh, well, you just named 2.
Me.
Karen.
I just gone blank as soon as I said it. The one with the dummy mannequin.
I was thinking Mannequin too. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mannequin. Oh gosh. Yep. Now I've got mannequin. Oh no. Weekend at Bernie's wasn't really romance.
No. Wasn't
Can I say
That
something?
was
or-
funny
No,
though. When Harry met Sally, and Crow. When Harry met Sally, what did I say? Mannequin. Did you say romance comedies or just romantic?
Don't look at the chat. They're giving you a bunch.
I'm not looking at the chat. What was the
Romantic
category?
comedies. Yep.
Oh, so rom-coms. So yeah, that and Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink is one that Dan Tech said. Breakfast Club, not a romantic comedy. There's a little bit of flirtationness in there, but not romantic comedy. Overboard, definitely. That's a good one.
Oh, I forgot about Overboard.
Oh, Pretty Woman.
That's
no,
90s?
that was the 90s.
Is that 90s? Oh.
90, 91. Like it's early 90s.
Oh.
Oh, I got that one right.
Oh, absolutely. One more. Karen, choose our last category for right now. What are we going to end this round on?
People.
Let me skip a few of these. Let's get a cool. Okay. From the 80s now. Two talk show hosts from the 80s.
Me.
Oh,
I said me.
Karen, just like by a second.
My all-time favorite, Johnny Carson. I love Johnny Carson.
He didn't start in the 80s, but he was still going in the 80s, so that absolutely
he was still
counts.
in the 80s. And technically speaking, I'm thinking of an Australian talk show host, but this is supposed to be American-based, is it?
You can do. Tell me if there's an Australian guy. I'll just take
Don
your
Lane. I don't know if any of the Aussies in here remember
Lang?
Don Lane. Don Lane.
Don
He knew
or
Johnny
Jane?
Carson.
John.
Don. Donlane. He was very big,
for me, I would go like Geraldo.
Oh.
Or
in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Geraldo
was very much.
Oh yeah, of course he was. He used to do news first, didn't he? And then he moved to a talk show.
He did news, and then he did his like really terrible, cheesy talk show, and then he eventually moved back into like actual news kind of commentary type stuff.
Jay Leno didn't take over the Tonight Show until the 90s, though, did he? Because Johnny retired. Or did Johnny retire?
If he was in the 80s, it would have been like 89, like right on the edge.
Yeah, because I think Johnny
Jerry
was still
Springer
going.
was 90s, though, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he was doing his thing in the 80s.
That wasn't a talk show, though. That was a...
It still counted, like when he originally started it counted as a talk show. But like much like him, much like Oprah, like started as one thing kind of, and then like moved into something else. Ricky Lake type thing.
Not Montel. Well, it was Montel, but
Sally Jesse Donahue. Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yeah, Donahue was good. I liked him because he was married to that girl. If anyone knows
Donahue?
that.
Who?
Donahue is married to the lady that she plays. Whose mother does she play in Friends? She plays someone's mother in Friends. Rachel's mother, I think.
Rachel's mother.
Rachel. She plays Rachel's mum. Yeah, but she was in a show in the 60s called That Girl. And I used to love that show. And then Donahue, he's still married to her or something, I think. Oh, I think she might have died.
Mike O says Jay Leno took over in 1992.
Yeah, I thought it was the 90s. Yeah.
Kibber says, I remember he ended up with a broken nose at one point. Geraldo did. Yeah, one of his guests punched him in the face.
Probably.
But it's actually a chair.
Yeah.
He got hit with a chair. Ooh. Even better. Like he had a big moment of fame, like big fame, because he opened the safe of Capone. Like they found a safe that belonged to Capone, and they were like, we're gonna find out what's in it. And it was this big lead up. It was broadcast live as they opened this safe, this like previously uncovered safe that belonged to Capone. And they opened it up, and it was completely empty. And it just it turned into nothing. It was such nothing TV because of that. But it was kind of a big deal. But yeah, there you go. Geek Out, the 80s edition. I don't know who won, but I hope we had fun.
No, there are no winners. We all get a little pin.
That's right.
We all participated. We get a participation.
Except for Cassie. She loses. She didn't answer.
Oh, what? She answered questions.
I did answer one question, I think. One.
Cassie answered. I thought you answered 2.
I was
Probably
just
too.
teasing. I was teasing, guys. Gosh. Try to make a joke and you get yelled at on this show. It's my show, guys. Jeez.
Yeah,
Ron.
I don't like her older.
I
I saw some old stuff of her.
I got the Lone Monarch.
I can't even say his freaking name. Geraldo.
Lone Monarch.
Drinking
Look
the
at that.
Lone
That's kind of
Monarch.
cool. That's very Renaissance-y.
It's a what is this? It's a beer. A Belgian blonde, a light Belgian blonde.
Nice.
Speaking of blondes. Y'all gotta keep talking, guys.
If you haven't laid down, can you give me water?
What?
What? Oh, I think he's talking to Mandy. He's talking to Mandy. Hey, Mandy.
Sorry.
Crow wants to make sure we're hydrating. I am, sir. Pouring a new beer right now. Don't worry. Dantech says you find the coolest beer cans. Yeah, but like, guys, don't buy a beer just on can alone, because I learned the hard way yesterday that could backfire on you, because I got a pumpkin ale because I like pumpkin ales. I like pumpkin spiced ales. I like that kind of fall drink of the beer beverage category. I got a pumpkin ale and it tasted like boiled hot but pumpkin. Like, it wasn't pumpkin spiced. It was like pumpkin, like old pumpkin tasting. It was so bad I could not finish the one I had, and I had bought 2. So I just opened the second one and I poured them both down the sink, and I was like, I can't drink these. These are garbage.
Wow.
Raun was there for that, as I'm like, I can't finish this beer, guy. Like, I drank 75% of it, and just the idea of just chugging that last 25%, I couldn't do it. I was disgusted, and I was like, I got another one. I bought 2 of those ones, and I'm just going to open that one. I'm going to dump these both in the sink and throw the cans away, and that's what I did. They were gross. Absolutely gross.
That sounds
and Kibber,
gross.
yeah, beer does actually dehydrate you. I know that. I was making a joke.
This beer?
The horchata?
Yeah.
There's one more in the fridge.
One more?
Yeah.
It's all you, girl.
I mean, if you don't want it, I'll drink it.
No. It's mine.
He will. Oh, she's calling it. She's like, you shut your mouth. I will stab you with this pen.
I've just got water.
I thought you were drinking Starbucks. I thought you were drinking a Starbucks drink.
No, I don't know if you can. It's a Christmas. It's a Christmas.
Nope,
cup,
nope. We're not doing Christmas. It's still Halloween. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, where's your Halloween themed mug? Come on, Karen.
In Australia,
I've got a Halloween type costumey thing to wear.
What is it?
Oh well, just a dress, but like I've got like scary makeup things and a witch's hat and yeah, and Polly. I don't know if Polly's in here. One of the subs made up a scary picture of me. It doesn't really look like me, but it's got my background to it, so I'm going to use it in a thumbnail.
Do they do Halloween upright over there in Australia?
Look, they do. Like, normally I would put some Halloween decorations outside, but because I'm leaving within a few days of that, I don't want to get stuck with forgetting to bring my decorations in. But yeah, the kids in the street walk around and they do Halloween, certainly here, but it's not as big. No way. Although it's in all the shops. You go to a supermarket and there's Halloween stuff everywhere, so it must be big enough for that. But yeah, no, people celebrate it. People decorate their houses, but just not like they do in America. It's not as big. But yeah.
I lived in Germany. It wasn't as big as like obviously in America. And that always seemed weird to me, because that was the first time I had learned, like, oh, the rest of the world doesn't do Halloween up like we do. It's weird.
I don't know why it started that way in America, because it was an English thing. All Hallows Eve. It was an English thing, a pagan type thing to bring in the new season for the crops, and that's why you would like a whole big deep, and then it got sort of twisted and joined in with something else that the Catholic Church wanted to bring into it, and that's what brought out the dead part of it. It was really just a harvest thing, and you'd leave out to get a good harvest. You'd leave out something for the gods. And then it got twisted, but then America took it. So I'd say when they went over on the Mayflower, they must have just decided to turn it into something else. Yeah, take it with them and turn it into something different.
Well, there you go.
But there you are.
What is everybody else doing for Halloween? Are you guys dressing up? You going and doing anything fun as we are on the weekend before Halloween? It's on a Tuesday this year. Not the best night to party hardy, but always on the weekend before Halloween, there's party hardying going on. I myself am dressing up full blown as a Ghostbuster and going to a brewery and I'm going to enter their costume contest, and I'm going to see if I can win some money, guys. That's what I'm going to do, because ghost hunting is expensive. So if I can win some money doing some costuming, like, let's do this thing. But I've got the proton pack. I've got a proton pack all geared up and ready to go. I've got the whole costume. I'm going to go check it out. I'll put some photos on the Instagram. If you're not following The Cemetery Road on Instagram, you should do so. It's been a while since I said, you guys need to follow all of our channels. Don't just come to Cemetery Road to hang out with Weeping Willow and Doof Doof and Crow. You all got to follow their channels because they're all doing great things. In fact, tomorrow night, Weeping Willow is putting out her final Waverly Hills episode. Doof Doof be dropping live streams and truth like crazy, and Crow of Judas is always out there making sure we know who and who not to follow when it comes to the paranormal YouTubers out there. So we appreciate you. We appreciate you, and make sure you're following us on YouTube and Instagrams. And you know what? Just tell your friends about us. That's all we ask.
Hey, Jason, I want to test something new that's supposed to be on the YouTube. You need to say the word. I won't say it. I want to see if it works. Apparently, if you say
it.
Yeah, you've got to say it, and somehow the YouTube algorithm is supposed to pick up on the word you say, and something happens to this FUB button. I don't want to say it because I want to see if it works when you say it, but you're supposed to say, hey, can you LIKE and
Okay, I get you.
And the button
like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe to Weeping Willow Paranormal. Like and subscribe to Doof Doof Paranormal. Like and subscribe to Crow of Judas. And as always, like and subscribe to Cemetery Road.
It didn't work. It didn't work. They lied. It's it was a thing, and they showed it. So maybe it doesn't work on lives. Maybe
you can't believe everything you see on the YouTubes, guy.
Oh, it was no. It was one of them. It's supposed to be some new thing. Maybe it hasn't started yet. I'm disappointed. But apparently, when you say subscribe in your videos, maybe it's a video. Maybe it won't work for a live.
You never know.
I don't know, but it looked pretty. All the subscribe button lit up and a big arrow pointed to it. And when you say like,
I get what you're saying. That would be smart. Like, if that's not true, that would be something YouTube should do. Like, that seems like a no-brainer, right?
What do they call video? vidIQ, because I pay for vidIQ, and it came from them. They have every now and then they release a new video to tell you what's new on the YouTube and everything. And they said that was it, and he did it, and it worked. But it might be I didn't listen properly. So maybe it doesn't work on a live. Maybe it only works on a pre-recorded video. I'll have to try it. For next time when I say like and subscribe, which I never say in a video, I'll say it and see if it works. I don't either.
Not because I think it's because I know a lot of people out there who are, older YouTubers like us. We're not the spring chickens, the teenagers that are like trying to make it big as YouTubers or TikTokers or Twitchers or whatever you call them. that was a big thing, back there. Like and subscribe, guys. Every 10 minutes, you'd be like, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's not really something we do. We come in, we present our content, and we just kind of boogie out. And we, because we got lives, we've got jobs. We're not like depending on this to like be our make it or break it type career or anything. But I definitely don't do the whole like and subscribe spiel other than like, hey, thanks for supporting the show, because I genuinely feel like the people who support our shows are here and they're like the most genuine people to support our stuff.
Because you don't really want people subscribing if they don't truthfully enjoy your content. But then again,
I don't want people wasting their time. And I think there's so much hate watching out there for like anything, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, anything that when people are like putting their hearts and souls into like a content-based thing like we do, there's a lot of people out there who will just watch to hate it, to comment like you're stupid. I could do better than. They don't do better than this. They literally don't even try, but they are willing to sit here and judge whatever you're doing and bash it and just find that pure enjoyment out of just hating whatever other people are doing without doing anything themselves. There's too much of that going on. And I don't respond to those people. I respond to the people who are here and being like, hey, thanks for putting something out that was fun. I enjoyed this. I was having a rough day. I watched this and now I'm happy. Or I was just like, I'm bored. And what you presented, your investigations or cemetery videos or fact videos or live streams, that took me to a place where I could just sit back and enjoy and be like, this was nice. That's all I care about, guys. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
What else, guys? What else? Again, if you have questions, if you want us to talk about a certain aspect of ghost hunting or YouTubing or just our lives in general to a degree, like just throw it up in the chat. I really want the chat to be a part of this show. As much as I love hanging out with my friends, I could hang out with my friends and not broadcast it live onto the internet. It's the live stream that I'm here for. What do you guys want us to talk about? What are you guys interested in? Do you have any questions, concerns, comments?
I have one thing to say.
I have something to say. It's better to burn out than fade away.
Next week. I don't know why I said that. Tomorrow for the episode. Headphones. Wear headphones.
Wear headphones for the Waverly Hills. The final Waverly Hills.
It's pretty weird. So
was it when I had that stomach issue and you were just like, what's that noise? And I was like, don't worry about it. You're fine.
No. It happened.
Okay, good.
In the vault thingy.
The file room vault place.
The file room. The cold room.
It wasn't in the vault. It was actually, now I can't remember where it was. I think it was when we were all sitting around or in the vault. I can't remember. It was one or two places off the top of my head. But just wear headphones. That's all I have to say.
All right.
Wear headphones. And I would suggest anytime you're watching a paranormal video from anybody, wear headphones, because we're recording stuff and we're trying to catch the stuff we may have caught. I will tell you, first off, when I'm editing and stuff, I'm not the best at kind of like combing through my footage with a fine-tooth comb. I kind of leave that up to you guys to be like, hey, at this part of your video, here's a timestamp. I heard something. But it's best if you're wearing headphones for paranormal investigation videos. It is. Mm-hmm. Throw them headphones on, immerse yourself into that video and see what you hear.
Jason,
you never know.
Kibber has an interesting comment about us Canadian guys. We're drinking beer from brandy snifters.
That is not a brandy snifter glass. No. That's definitely not.
No.
That is definitely a beer glass.
It is.
Because we bought it at a brewery in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Each type of beer, there's a specific glass you're supposed to drink that type of beer out of. That glass is used for like strong stouts or just strong beers anyway. You can drink whatever you want from whatever you want. Like, I'm not going to be the beer glass police.
The design on the glass is really cool,
but it's pretty stinking awesome.
Yeah,
I have that sticker. I have a sticker from that brewery right down there.
It's pretty.
I didn't get one of those glasses.
Oh, they're
I wish
nice.
I did.
They're
nice.
Pretty
nice.
They're my favorite glass, actually.
I'm drinking out of a glass from a brewery that I loved because it closed down. It was a small brewery. You could only drink their beer at their brewery because they didn't distribute out. But it's my favorite glass because it's the Outbreak Brewing Company. It looks like a Outbreak kind of symbol, but it has hops in the circles of the symbol. And it says Outbreak Brewing, and it says hashtag drink the cure. Actually, this part says inoculator. The whole thing was like, there's a zombie outbreak and our beer is the cure. This is the inoculator. Drink the cure, our beer. But I love this glass because it's kind of like a taller, like can-shaped glass. It's just really nice. I really enjoy this glass. So that's what we're drinking out of. And of course, Karen is drinking out of Christmas. So
it's
that
just
works.
a plastic Christmas cup. It's just because it had a straw and it was easy to drink.
Because it has a straw.
Oh,
Straw.
did you see my squirrel? You paid attention to the squirrel clip I put in, Ron?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh, a squirrel! Come here, little squirrel!
Is this when you were chasing a squirrel at Niagara?
In Niagara.
Yeah.
At Niagara.
Dude, I have so much footage of her chasing squirrels.
Yeah.
And she
I
had yet
forgot
to
I had
feed
it.
one, like, directly.
I forgot I had it, and I was putting this thing together, going through all of Raun's fun facts, and I saw the squirrel, and I laughed, and I thought, and I'm just like, a squirrel! Jason, the squirrel, squirrel! And the thing's stopping, and then I'm off. Yeah.
I feel like if
the
you were going to
Canadian
feed a
squirrel
squirrel,
is
though, if you were going to feed one, it would have been at Niagara Falls because I feel like they're just used to tourists and tourists feeding them.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it would be as like kind of evasive and twitchy as anywhere else you were.
I think it's just I was too
But that
excited.
sucker did not want to have anything to do with you.
No, that squirrel's gone. Yeah, no, she's too crazy. She wants to pick me up, and I would have. I probably would have got bitten.
Just sit on my shoulder and come with us to the tunnel.
Crow,
Yep.
do you have any good jokes to tell? Do you have any good jokes? Come on. We need something.
I sure
funny.
don't. I actually don't have any, like, I don't have any jokes, like traditional jokes.
I have a joke for you. You ready for it?
All right.
What did the farmer say when he couldn't find his tractor?
Oh, dang it.
Where's my tractor?
Oh
You're
my
welcome.
Jeez.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Why'd the monkey fall out of the tree, Crow?
Because it didn't have any arms.
It was dead.
Oh, we used to tell that one for a koala, or what's green? What was it? What's green and red, or something like that? What's green and turns red? A frog in a blender.
Why did this second monkey fall out of the tree?
Because it didn't have any arms.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Oh God!
Why did the third monkey fall out of the tree?
Oh, I don't know, Jason. Why did the third monkey fall out of the tree?
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
That is the extent of my jokes, guys. I have none. I have two jokes, and one is just longer to make it seem like I have.
Did you hear? Did you hear about the person that threw the dog over the falls?
No.
Did you hear about that?
No.
Had way too much mustard on it.
See, I know that's a joke because there's no such thing. No such thing.
Maisie, I've cuddled Toby. Toby is huge and very cuddly. Toby!
Toby's a bear. Toby's a small bear that they adopted because they felt sorry for him.
Look, see?
I went to... Here's what's funny. I went to their house, guys. I went to their house and they're like, Toby don't like people. Toby ain't going to like you. Just deal with it. And I was like, Toby became like my best friend.
Yeah.
He was all lovey-dovey with me. I come back again with Karen and they're like, Karen, Toby don't like people. I mean, she liked Jason, but like that was a fluke. Toby don't like people. Toby loved both of us. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what it is about y'all Canadians, but she don't like other Canadians, but she loves her an American.
Oh,
She
look
loves
at
her
her
an
big
Australian.
eyes. Give her a kiss for me,
Oh
Raun.
my gosh.
Give her a kiss. Oh, Toby, look at those big eyes. Isn't she beautiful?
That is Toby being like, "This is my man. I don't care if he's married to this other woman here. This is my man."
She'll get between us sometimes.
Oh yeah, if I'm hugging him,
Oh yeah.
she goes right in between us, or like.
Listen, the same thing happened when I was there. You were trying to hug him, and I was just like, "Nah, girl, nah. This is mine." That's how we do.
Okay.
But Toby, it's like not that she's iffy with people, but like
human
she
eyes.
knows. Like when she knows it's a good person, she's good. So
she has people eyes. Like she's a whole human inside of there.
It's kind of creepy.
You have a human in a bear suit living with you? Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's some disenchantment.
We don't have squirrels. We have possums.
We don't have squirrels either. We have squirrels. But apparently when Karen comes over, she finds all the squirrels that hide out. Like we don't see the squirrels.
Cool.
No squirrels here to be seen. But then Karen shows up, sees all the squirrels. They just come out of the woodwork.
Squirrel.
I'm like, I don't know where all the squirrels went.
Yeah, but our possums aren't like, I thought opossums are so cute, but we saw a few dead ones, didn't we, Jason?
We saw
opossums
a ton of dead
are
ones.
Adorable. But yeah, here we have ringtail possums, and we have I can't remember, bushy-tailed spot possums, and we have possums. Ha ha ha, Grumpy Bear. In the zoo. In the zoo we have squirrels. Smart ass.
Do you have zoo squirrels?
Huh?
Zoo squirrels.
Do you have squirrels in the zoo?
In the zoo, they probably do have
How
squirrels.
do they not just leave? They're squirrels. They can just like skitter up everything and take off.
That's coming from Grumpy Bear, and I'm not sure because I don't recall seeing squirrels in the zoo, but it is possible. But yeah, they have them keep them the same way they keep all the other animals, just put stuff so they can't jump out.
Okay, Catherine says you need to meet a moose. No, you don't, because you will get killed.
Those things are
massive. I actually did. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to meet a moose, Catherine.
I am fine with seeing videos of mooses.
Yeah, I've seen some videos of them, and they'll kill you. I saw a video of two young blokes trying to scare one, like they were standing near it, and they were going.
I've seen that video.
At it.
Dummies.
Freaking idiots. And I didn't see the end of it. If it
Yeah.
didn't knock them down, I'd be amazed. Yeah.
Like deers are one thing, because deers are like a little bit small, a lot smaller than a moose, but like
moose are huge.
And they can like you hit a moose in a car, you're most likely dead.
They could be.
Well, here's the thing with when you have people who never deal with moose, you think deer-sized things.
Yeah.
And then you see you on YouTube of like, here's what a moose looks like, guys. And it's walking next to a car, like a full-size vehicle, and it's towering over it and walking, and you're just like, what? How do Canadians live up there? Because I'm sure the moose have taken over.
Well, where we are, we don't have any moose.
Oz is here.
Hi, Oz.
That's what the moose wants you to think. The moose are your government.
Yeah, but you see, if I had a moose that was near my house, I'd make friends with it. I'd end up putting some hay out for it and stuff, and it'd get to know me, and then it wouldn't hurt me. Only time I reckon you have to avoid the males is mating season. Sure. That's when they can kill you. Mating season is when you avoid.
Laws from Oz. Good to see you, Laws. I'm on a short break. Have a great happy birthday live stream. Well, thank you, and cheers to you as well. I'm sorry we don't do live streams when you're not at work. You're always at work, and I'm sorry.
I did a live stream, and she wasn't there.
Message. Maybe she
I did a live stream last night. Yeah.
Laws, you just need to let me know, like, when should I, in my time zone, do a live stream so that you can be there? And we'll see if we can figure it out, because I feel bad that you're always Team Rewatch, but you always do check in with us, which I absolutely appreciate. And just to let you know, the hat you sent me, the F1 Australian hat, I wear it all the time. Oh yeah, it's like my go-to hat because it fits amazingly. It's like the perfect hat. I wear it all the time. I have gotten many compliments on it. I've worn it on live streams like several times. So you're awesome, Laws, and I appreciate your support. I know we don't do the live streams when is best for you, and I know you aren't able to make like the premieres because of the time frame, but you're always Team Rewatch. Anybody who watches our stuff on Team Rewatch, like Team Rewatch, awesome. You folks, like I know a lot of people who are like, I'm always a day behind. I'm always Team Rewatching. Like, you guys are great. The support you guys give our channels is huge. And I love seeing Team Rewatch in the hashtags because it's pretty cool. We need to do a Team Rewatch t-shirt that's like channel specific, like Weeping Willow logo, Team Rewatch. Cemetery Road logo, Team Rewatch. You can like collect all 4 or 5. There you go.
Mike also he saw them all the time in Alaska. Moose. Yeah, I mean I've never seen one, but like seen lots of deer. See, you said you saw a lot of dead possums. We don't really see a lot of dead possums near us because not really. It's normally it's raccoons or skunks. Raccoons and
Laws
skunks.
says I finish work at 5 p.m. Have lunch around 12:30 p.m. You need to tell me what that means to me in American time. Like just say like your time, Jason, your time. Thursdays at 2 p.m. Like that's when I will be here, kind of idea. Because I want to do a Laws live stream so that you can actually like enjoy the whole thing. Because you support enough that I'm just like, I will make that sacrifice for you. Oh, Dantex is bringing up a touchy subject that Karen learned about. What about
What's
the
that?
goose? The geese.
Oh,
The Canadian murder ducks.
They ran from me. They ran from me.
Oh,
So-
They hissed at you.
Oh, did they? Oh, they were just saying hello.
The one in the cemetery was like, it did not like you chasing him around.
Those are murder ducks, 100%. Like geese, like when you see a big group of them, and you're walking near them. So I'm a little bit I get a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, cool,
well.
baby.
I always go close because you never know, they might stop still enough that I can grab him and give him a pat and then put him back down.
Not Canadian geese. Maybe a
terrible.
goose. Maybe like a normal like white goose on a farm, but
Karen,
Canadian geese.
if you want to grab a goose and hug it, just make sure one of us is filming it. Because we can get some traction on the TikTok and the YouTube and stuff when that goose chews your
Crazy
damn face.
Australian tries to cut the vertical.
Oh my god.
I'm going to go and visit Maisie Rose in Scotland next year, and I reckon I'll get her to film footage of me trying to catch a man in a kilt. Should be hilarious.
I should have listen. If my camera wasn't where it is, I would have just wore a kilt tonight.
Yeah, but
Catherine says Canadian geese are so friendly, rolling on the floor laughing.
They're not.
Oh.
Not when they're in cemeteries, apparently, because it did not like Karen trying to pet it in a cemetery.
It's
Mike
funny,
O says,
Antoine,
Jason, Australia is your time plus 15 hours. Yeah, but we're talking about some New Zealand time, too. I want to be friendly
New
to
Zealand's
the
2 hours ahead. So if it's 5 o'clock
2
here,
hours ahead of you. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, I need
for
to
example,
do an I did it once, right? I did a Aussie New Zealand friendly live stream a few weeks ago, I think. I think it was like 3 p.m. your time or something like that. Or
most people in Australia, if they've been working all day or whatever, they get home about 5, put their feet up, whatever. 6:30, 7 o'clock might be a good time for most people. I did one last night.
In honor of Crow of Judas, I needed to put the hot dog costume on, even though
he's
it's too
super
small.
uncomfortable.
Like it's even worse on him because he's like.
I'm 6'2" and I feel like a midget in this thing. Sorry.
I will say that like the last couple of years, I spend a lot of time in like the Halloween stores being like, what food costumes do they have? Like, what can I update? But the cheeseburger is just too good. I can't bring myself to replace the cheeseburger. I feel like it's part of my identity now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's downstairs in the basement on the thing.
All right, one more costume change.
Do it.
So, Jason, if you wanted to do a live for Australians at about 7 o'clock Australia time, you'd have to be up at 3 a.m.
That's when I usually wake up, so I think I can make that happen.
Well, there you go. Because it's 3 a.m.
I will get up with an energy drink, and I will pop in front of the computer, and like 3:30 a.m. my time, I will pop on and be like, "Where's Laws?"
Yeah, because I went on last night just for Aussies, but I had tons of. Catherine was in there. I'm trying to remember who else popped in. Maisie was there. I'm sure you were there last night, Maisie.
People who just can't sleep at all, just
all my non-sleepers. So it was funny. Lots of Aussies. Grumpy was there and whatnot. But yeah. So I did 7 because I thought that might be a good time. Or maybe I did 8. I can't remember. Grumpy might be able to tell me. I think it was 8 o'clock. But yeah, for you it'll be 3 a.m. Or if it's 8 o'clock here, 4 a.m. So just remember that.
I can do that. I can do that on.
Good.
Did you pancakes?
Yes, sir.
On these costumes.
It's crazy because he's been bacon, pancakes, beer, and a hot dog.
All in one night.
All in one night. We can't keep up with you, bro. Now I'm just hungry.
So Garrett this is Garrett's Halloween costume. He wanted to be
today for this year?
For this year. Because we were looking at food costumes. He wanted to be a hamburger, but we couldn't find one that was like a kid size. So then he saw this, so he's like, I gotta be pancakes.
Dude, he could totally wear my cheeseburger costume.
I know, but you're so far away.
I know.
Oh, he's a lot closer than I am.
True. But still has like a 15-hour drive.
Well, technically speaking, Raun could get up early in the morning, about 4 o'clock, jump in the car.
A 2-day trip. He'll have a beer with me, and then he'll start driving home.
Yeah, one beer and see ya.
Yeah, great.
Or you could just meet halfway. Why don't you meet halfway, Jason?
Listen, I got stuff to do, girl.
Oh,
it would have to be on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, because otherwise I'm working.
Yeah. Laws has a question.
Do it, Laws. What do you got? If you were a character in your favorite horror movie, hold on. This deserves to be on screen. It's a good question. Oh, come on. If you were a character in your favorite horror movie, do you think you would be the last girl guy standing? If so, why? I would say I would be a character in Halloween. And would I make it to the end? Yeah, because I've seen all these damn movies. I would just leave. I would. The second something crazy, like suspicious popped up, not even crazy. It would just have to be like, this person's not answering the phone. I'm going home. I'm not going to go investigate it. I'm just going to leave. I'm going to be like, this don't sound good. Like, it's Halloween night. This person who's on the phone all night is suddenly not answering. The house is dark. This kid's saying he saw a shadowy figure outside. I'm just going to go home, guys. Peace out. See you later. Call the cops, please. Do it. I'm done. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I would survive. I wouldn't be like the last person in the final frame of the movie being like, we did it. We survived it. I would have left halfway through. I would have been gone.
I'm with you, Catherine.
Yeah, Catherine says, ooh, it's raining. It's raining outside, guys. Catherine says, I would be in the next town before the first body hit the ground. Right. Or just right after the first body. We ain't dumb. Oh, that's a dead body. Have fun, guys.
The problem with horror movies, they're just so unrealistic because, like, you know, there is no man in a mask. Oh, there's plenty of men in masks, but I mean, there's no man in a mask that can survive being burnt alive and all that sort of thing. So I don't know.
Listen, Michael Myers in the second movie got shot in the eyeballs.
Yeah, and
Not
he's still
shot in the
alive.
face. Shot once in the eyeball, shot twice in the eyeball. He was shot in the face, in the eye holes, and then burnt alive.
And then
he
he
was
came
back in
back.
part 4. Like, it's
But
just
I suppose technically he's ghost, isn't he, or a living dead thing?
no. He's still just like a normal dude. He took some some bullets to the eyes, and he's fine. Like, it's just in Friday the 13th, Jason does become like the undead. Because he like dies. He legit dies. He is buried under the ground in a grave. Maggots eat his corpse kind of thing. But then he's stabbed by somebody. Like, somebody digs him up, stabs him with a metal pole. It gets hit by lightning. He becomes very Frankenstein-y. It revives him, and now he's the undead, and he just doesn't die from that point on. Because at that point, they're just like, we're on the 7th movie, guys. Like, how is this guy living? And they're like, well, we got to figure out a way to like make him the undead, but still like I don't know, a person. Tony has a question.
I was just gonna say,
I can't see it. I saw him mention chickens and roosters. There it is.
It's a good one for
Which
Crow to
horror
answer.
movie, in your opinion, has the best and worst kills on screen?
Come on, Crow.
That's hard.
This is Crow. This is all Crow.
Yeah, this is a question for Crow because I hate horror films.
Well, it's one of those things like, what do you consider the best? Like, do you need that gory, violent stuff, or do you need like a psychological kill? Like what do you feel? Because are you talking like Halloween, where like literally people just get strangled and stabbed? Are you talking like Saw, where somebody gets like a thing attached to their head, where mice are going to roll down and eat their face off? For me, I would say Friday the 13th is probably where I would go with, like, if I'm talking about like kills in horror movies, I'm more of a Friday the 13th guy. Saw is just a different type of thing. Like Hostel, like that torture porn stuff is like a different thing. I would be more apt to answer like a Friday the 13th type franchise for their kills. Jason Voorhees picking up a sleeping bag with somebody in it and just bashing it against the tree, like that's good.
I watched a movie the other night with my girls, Totally Killer. Has anyone seen that? It's awesome.
Is that like the 80s inspired like slasher movie? I haven't seen it, but I've seen the trailer.
But it's not really slasher. It's I could watch it. It was really good. It reminded me a little bit of
It's the girl
Scream.
that travels back in time, right?
Yeah. She's getting chased by a serial killer. She jumps into a photo machine, and the photo machine takes her back in time to the 80s when her mum was her age. And it's quite good.
Next time you jump into one of them photo machines. Just saying.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's a good movie. I wouldn't call it a horror movie. I don't really know why they call it a horror movie, but then they call the Scream movies. It's a funny horror. It's a horror com. I don't know.
It's a very self-aware comedy horror movie.
Yeah.
I mean, to some extent, like what's that one? The Happy Dead Day or whatever. She keeps like, it's like Groundhog's Day, but for like horror movies, where she gets killed and then she like relives the day.
But she should know that it's going to happen again.
She does, and she's trying to like stop it from happening and figuring out who the killer is. But then like things change and like she still gets killed, and then she comes back. She's like, "All right, we're gonna do this again." So it becomes very comedic in a way.
Is that on Netflix? Is it the Russian doll?
No, that Russian doll is a different thing, but
doll.
same type of concept. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a great show.
I want to say it's Happy Death. I want to say it's like Happy Death Day because it's her birthday, and she's this like ditzy college girl who goes out and she like drinks with her girls, and then she gets murdered, and then she wakes up and she's like, "This seems very familiar," and like she spends like weeks being killed by this killer, and she's like, "I just got to stop it," and it's kind of goofy, but still kind of horrific. Like there's still like a horror, scary element to it.
Yeah, I can't watch them. I do love the Scream movies. I love the Scream movies because although
have you
it's
watched
a bit
the recent
slasher,
ones?
oh yeah, I love them. But I miss.
Good, aren't they?
They're really good because I was a bit concerned when I went because I saw the last one at the cinema, and when I went, I thought, I hope they haven't fucked it up. Like it was a little bit more gory than the other ones. I have to admit they put a little bit more gore into it, but it was still good. I didn't. I won't spoil anything, but I did like
Scream. I feel like Scream 3 got a little too goofy. Because when you have a cameo by Jay and Silent Bob from the Clerks movies.
Yeah, but it was funny. That's what it was meant to be.
Yeah, but it was a little goofy. And then the fourth one, I didn't really care for the fourth one. But then these last two, the 5 and 6, kind of brought a little bit more of the scariness back to it. Like they kind of reined it in a little bit.
Like that.
And it is, I would agree, like it's a little bit more gory than the first movie. But not to like an extreme amount. It's not like they went from like in the first one, this guy got stabbed, and in this one, like we cut a head off, and then we like the guy pulls out his spine and then eats it. Like it doesn't go like.
Oh, they didn't do that in the Scream movie.
No, but it's. I really enjoyed him when I didn't think I would. Like I thought we were bringing in a new cast, new characters, and like. It just wasn't going to feel the same, but it does feel the same. Like it definitely, it's holding on to a tone that I thought was going to be lost with like a refresh of the franchise, and it's working. And I think if you look at like Friday the 13th, if you look at Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, there's a point where they kind of jump the shark, and it's just like, okay, like I'm starting not to care about. I think Scream is one of the only horror franchises that managed to evolve into something different, because now we have mostly a new cast and stuff, and still feel like Scream. It doesn't feel like a brand new franchise. It just feels like a new iteration of that same franchise. It kept its tone. It kept its identity. Whereas most horror franchises, they get to the point where they're like, we've gone too far, guys. Now it's just kind of almost parodying itself because we don't know what to do with it. Scream feels like they know what to do with it, and I appreciate that.
I've never seen Phantasm or Phantasm 2, Marco.
Terrible.
I don't even know what they're about.
Terrible movies. They're garbage horror movies from the 80s. Terrible.
From the 80s. Okay.
Terrible.
I did watch Nightmare on Elm Street after I watched Totally Killers with my daughter, because I said, we'll watch another
Nightmare,
one.
The remake or the original?
No, the original Nightmare on Elm Street with Johnny Depp.
That one's scary.
Oh, it was terrible. I remember it being scary. And I'm watching it and I'm going, oh my God, how did I even think this is scary? And I'm watching it and I'm like, at the time, I do remember seeing it at the drive-in, and I remember thinking, the same with Friday the 13th. I'm too scared to go and watch it.
I would love to watch Nightmare on Elm Street at the drive-in. That sounds like a good flipping time.
It was good at the drive-in. I saw Friday the 13th at the drive-in too. You know, the part in that I hated the most was when they were in a room and he was hiding under the bed, under the thing.
When he kills Kevin Bacon.
Is that Kevin Bacon that gets a knife through the neck?
No, he gets an arrow through the neck.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't know it was Kevin Bacon back then.
The bed with an arrow.
Oh, it's horrible. I went,
Law says, I watched a movie years ago called Lights Out about a creepy shadow person that slithers around in the dark. It was one of those sneaky horror movies. Yeah, that's a good one. Very much a good one. The guy who wrote and directed Lights Out, he's the guy who directed the last two Shazam movies.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to see Five Nights at Freddy's on Friday with my two daughters.
I am not, but my 10-year-old is going with his buddies to see it.
Your 10-year-old's going?
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for that. I got scared.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm staying home.
That's freaky animatronics that like kill people? Come on.
That's like horror movie Chuck E. Cheese, basically.
Yeah. It might actually ruin the whole animatronic experience for me. I'll be devastated.
Good thing you aren't going then.
I am going.
You'll be watching the movie. You're going to be watching the movie like this.
My girls are going tomorrow to see Five Nights at Freddy, the movie.
That's what Ron's talking about.
Oh, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, it looks horrific. Yeah. I don't want to go and see it.
Or my son would say, I'm going to FNAF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Elida's saying. And then she goes, says, Dad, you have to research the lore. You can't just go and watch the movie.
It's
You
a
have
video
to
game series.
understand
It's
what
been
it's
going for
about.
a while.
Yeah.
And books and comic books, and there's already one movie that came out about it. I will be right back. I'm going to refresh my beer. You guys talk amongst yourselves, and then we're going to get this party started, finally.
Night, Betty.
Night,
See
Betty.
you, Betty. And yeah, I know about the Gainesville Ripper, Anthony. I do. Me and my true crime crap.
Crow, are you still there?
Yeah, Crow,
Yeah, I'm here, buddy.
You're
go
here?
for it, Crow. Tell me a story, please.
I was gonna ask him. So
What?
I know you love Nightmare on Elm Street, right? Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
What is your favorite scene in the first one?
Ooh.
The first one,
Yeah, your favorite scene.
probably the when she gets stabbed to death and drug across the ceiling of that room.
That's pretty good. Even I was watching that, Crow, and it was pretty good, wasn't it? Like the way they did that, because I'm watching it, and obviously it was in a room that tilted. But
If you watch the behind the scenes to that scene was extremely difficult
Really?
to do days and days. You should watch the behind the scenes on that.
Might.
It was
Yeah, I might do that.
very intricate and high tech. I know looking back on these 80s horror movies, it is kind of cringe, but at the time it was cutting edge
Technology.
very, very horrifying.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. When I saw it, Crow, at the drive-in, I was terrified. I thought, oh my God. But watching it the other night, it was like, oh God. It wasn't. But that scene is good. That scene is good. While I was watching it, I'm thinking, how did they do that? Then I thought, oh, they'll have is that how they did it? I assume it was the room that tilts. You know, they do it.
It's huge contraption.
Yeah, it's a big construction.
So that room,
so that
it was on a spindle, so like it was turning and stuff. The funny thing about that, not funny. The thing about that room was
Anthony.
They designed that room so that like everything's bolted up, so it looks like as they turn it, like everything looks upside down and all that. So, well and good. It was a very well thought out stunt, except they did not take into effect that they were going to be pouring gallons and gallons and gallons, hundreds of gallons of blood in that room as it's turning, which caused a problem when that water-based blood met the electrical components of that room and nearly electrocuted the stunt people involved because it got into the electrical systems, the lamps and stuff that were electric, and electrocuted people. Like people were shocked, heavily shocked when that room started turning and the water-based blood went into all the light source at the roof of the room that was now the floor of the room, and then was like submerged in this water with people in it, and it caused a big problem, a huge problem. People were like technically electrocuted because they didn't think about that when they were like setting that whole thing up. It was a huge stunt for a horror movie. Like that's a huge stunt for any movie in that time. It was an expensive stunt. It was a crazy stunt, and it didn't go as planned when people felt the electric charge through the watery blood.
Yes, Kibber.
But it is one of the most memorable scenes in that film because of it. For me, that movie, the scene that freaks me the hell out, even to this day, it just creeps me the hell out, is when Heather Langenkamp is in her classroom in the high school and she falls asleep. We've all been there. And then she, like her friend who died, she's the woman that was like pulled up onto the roof and like murdered, appears in the doorway in the body bag. And then she sees her and like goes out in the hallway, and you see that slide of blood all the way down the floor and then like down the hallway, and then the body bag is just like dragged across. That freaked me out as a kid. I don't know why, but that was like a a memory, a core memory for me as a child of that movie, that scene, as being like, I don't want to watch that scene in that movie. I'll watch Friday the 13th, or I'll watch Nightmare on Elm Street, but when that scene comes on, I'm leaving the room. It bothered me. And then everybody stopped talking. It's super awesome.
I don't think I've seen. Hold on, Friday the 13th.
No, we're talking Nightmare.
We're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger.
Did I watch the original one with you?
I'm pretty sure you did. The scene, hey, Crow, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a scene where he comes out of the television, isn't there?
That's
like
part
the fourth one.
What's that?
Part 3 or 4? Yeah.
Part 3.
Is that? Oh, okay. That one creeped me out.
The arms come out and his face is on the top, and he grabs the guy and pulls it into the screen.
Yeah.
That's
3 when they were in the mental institution.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Anthony, you were talking about the Gainesville fellow. Yeah, that was pretty horrible, and he killed a lot of innocent girls. But he didn't wear the scream mask. He just wore a ski mask. But yeah, I'm glad they caught him. It's not sorry. I had something to say before. I just
Ron, just letting you know. Drinking a new beer, Ron. I gotta let you guys know, because every time I open a new beer or I'm tasting a new beer, I send a photo to Ron. To the point when we were on our epic trip, we were at a brewery, and I took a picture of the beer I was drinking in front of Ron, and I sent it to him. And Cassie was like, "What are you doing?" Because she was like, "What are you doing to Ron?" Because Ron got his phone out and he looked at it, started laughing. He's like, "Oh, Jason just sent me a photo." And then she looks at me, and I was like, "Yeah, I just had to send him a photo of my beer." And I did that the whole trip, and I do that all the time. Ron, bro, I'm doing the Holiday Brewing Company's Patchy Waters Pumpkin Ale.
Ooh, is this pumpkin ale better than
much better?
Yeah,
much better. It is a pumpkin ale, not like boiled old pumpkin like the beer I drank last night. Cheers. Glam Hippie Hiker Glam is in the house, and she's hanging out with us, and she says, "Happy birthday, guys."
Thanks.
In case you didn't know, this is the Cheeseburger and Bacon happy birthday hour or two. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. We're hanging out because we share a birthday, October 27th. I know it's not October 27th, guys, but I got to work October 27th. Then I'm going to a costume party at a bar, or a brewery. Sorry, not a bar, a brewery. So we're hanging out tonight, having a little birthday party. We've been going for about 2 hours, and I think we're going to cut it off here very shortly. And then, unfortunately for you guys, the after party begins. Members only. Sorry, not even members only. Like pro members only. Like anyway. But if you want to become a member of the channel, help support, you're all there. Eileen, good to see you, Eileen. Eileen, I haven't seen your name in such a long time. It's got to go on the screen, because she says, "Finally, I can join live." Right when I was like, "Oh, we're going to end this soon." Eileen, it is good to see you. It's been a while since I've seen your name in the chat. But Team Rewatch all the way. I'm gonna do a Team Rewatch t-shirt, guys. I need to make a design worthy of it. But I do have 2 new t-shirt designs. If you haven't seen it, the new Pumpkin Spice Jason, which is like a pumpkin cool jack-o'-lantern shirt, and then the Oregon Trail shirt. Go check those out. You know what? Weeping Willow, you ain't had a new t-shirt design in quite a while. What's up?
I'm not crafty. So, okay, little secret, guys.
I didn't tell you to make the shirts. I said make a design, girl.
Okay, no, the thing is, guys, okay, listen. I am not good at designing things. So all my labels, everything I've designed, I haven't designed it. This is a secret. It's been my sister. She's my graphic design sister. So she's designed all like my logos and stuff. So I'm not that, I mean, I'm getting better at being creative. But my sister does all my logos. That's why I haven't really designed anything else. For whatever you see on Redbubble is like this, maybe I should try.
It's a good design. I mean, your logo's great. Your designs are great. Yeah. It's just we haven't seen a new one in a while.
I I know. I mean, maybe I'll figure something out. Like I know the concept of how to design stuff. It's just I just haven't done it. You know, Joe says excuses.
I know. I just saw that.
So I'll try to make something, guys. Maybe for November so we're gonna do a live stream on my channel, me, Reese, and Raun, because we're like so Reese hasn't been around a lot. So in November, just because of busy and life and stuff. So in November, Reese is gonna be back on a live stream. So maybe I'll create something for that live stream. So
there you go. Karen,
Hmm?
no merch from you. What's up?
No one wants to wear anything. No one wants to wear anything that says Doof Doof.
Yeah, I need a shirt with your logo on it. I need a shirt with the Doof Doof Paranormal logo on it. Let's get up. Let's do it to it, Lars.
Well, we kind of do have one that has the logo.
I have a shirt that's like members only. I put out the members only like road trip shirt that has her logo on it, but I need a Doof Doof Paranormal shirt.
Well, I've got a new logo now, so maybe I
saw that. Yeah, you just Oh, it's a good circle logo, so it could it's like a Superman shield. Like
it is. It is. But yeah,
it's like Australia with a ghost and like a portal behind it. Like it looks cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Love your design. Look, I love her design too, but she needs a new T-shirt, not a new design, not a new logo or anything. It's just like, what the hell is that?
What's
is that a giant cake pop?
That is a giant chocolate covered
apple from Nice Chocolate, but it was given to us. My chiropractor won it, and she was like, "Oh, I work with." And so she was like, "Here, this is." But that's the biggest apple you've ever seen.
It's like almost
a watermelon in there. Tell me the truth.
Tanya is in the house. Yeah, but she's got to go back to work, I think.
But she is all about the Team Rewatch T-shirt. Girl, I'm going to figure out a Team Rewatch T-shirt that I enjoy because I don't want it to just be black with like Team Rewatch. It's got to be cool.
Yeah, black is boring. Cool. Everybody's T-shirts are boring. They're just black.
What's wrong with black?
Colors would be nice.
Jason, what's wrong?
There's nothing wrong with black, but we have the ability to create a design to where if anybody goes to Redbubble or wherever, they can pick whatever color T-shirt they want.
We're back.
But you need to design that logo or that image to fit on any color. It's super easy to do one for black. And I think most people like the black T-shirts. I generally can do black T-shirts. But I want to do a Team Rewatch logo that is good on any color T-shirt.
Julie.
But yeah,
hello. Sorry, I'm just saying hello to Julie. She's just popped in.
Say hello to everybody in the chat, girl.
Actually, I could do a mug, Maiko. That'd be easy. A mug's easy. That's a good idea. I can just make a mug because then I drink plenty of coffee. So yeah, I'll just make a mug.
A mug would be cool.
I do. I don't mind a mug. At least they're handy. You can actually use them. I mean, you can use a T-shirt too, but you know what I mean.
Careful, girl. What you just said means different things in different places.
Oh, what mug? What did I say?
A handy.
What's a hand? Oh, a hand job. Yeah. That's all right.
Demonetized. Thanks.
Demonetized for that. Demonetized for that. No way. There are plenty. Yes, of people
Joe.
in the world who have jobs that they do with their hands. Right? I'm telling you now. I mean, you work in a supermarket, you use your hands. You use your hands for everything.
Careful now.
I offer it like they just get knocked back.
It would be funny if because Karen's from Australia and it would be funny if the American version of her mug had her logo on the bottom of the mug. Because that's where Australia is.
Hey.
That would be
That's
funny.
right, Catherine, for me. And yeah.
Or a Karen from a Doof Doof Paranormal with the logo upside down. That's the shirt I need.
Oh.
That would be awesome. That'd be great. I'd wear that.
I want to come back to Canada so Raun and Cassie can take me to the Beck house.
To the what?
Back
The
house.
Beck House, yeah.
See, no, Raun, you can stay home. Just me and Cassie will go. We'll have a girls adventure, and Reese. We'll bring Reese.
Yes, you do that.
All right,
You
well, that's
absolutely
fine. You guys
do
have
that.
your girls'
and then,
weekend, and then me and
then you and
Jason
Jason can have
Crow
your
are gonna
boys'
have a guy weekend. That's what we'll do.
We're gonna go down to Florida and visit some breweries, Crow. How about that?
How's that work, Crow?
Sounds good.
Do whatever you want. Cassie and me and Reese will have some fun. And but you have to stay home when Cassie and I do that because you've got to look after the kids.
Oh,
But
no,
then when we get
week.
back, I'll stay with Cassie. Yeah, I'll stay with Cassie, and you can piss off with Jason, and I'll look after the kids. There you go.
Sounds great. I think we figured it out.
Yep. Yeah, now I've just got to save up money to do that. I've already half paid for a trip to England in September next year, and I've still got to pay for that.
When do you leave for Virginia City?
The 4th. I leave here on the 4th of November and arrive on the 4th.
Supposed to go earlier? I thought you were going to be there for October.
I was, but then the airfares were too expensive, so I went week from week to see when they came down a bit, and they came down in November. But
gotcha.
Yeah, that's okay.
Are you still going to be there like 4 weeks or something like that?
Yeah, so I leave on the 5th or the 6th of December.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're going to be there for Thanksgiving?
Don't get snowed in.
Yeah, it's already snowing there.
yeah, I know. Oh, well, I don't know.
They already closed the pass.
I don't think the pass is because everybody's ready to pick me up from the airport. So I think I'm still safe.
Well, like literally tonight, the passes are closed because of snow.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they're getting hit with an early like snow, like winter snow and stuff.
Oh, well, they haven't told me that yet in Virginia City. Like Taylor, I'm staying with Taylor.
I'm sure you'll be fine in a couple days. Like you'll be fine when you go. It's just like that area is starting to get that winter weather that we usually like. The last few years, it's been like January is when now we're getting it now.
Oh, wow.
So you may have to deal with some really cold weather. So just make sure you pack some long underwear or some.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. So, yes, I'm going to have a Thanksgiving. I would have loved to have been there for Halloween in Virginia City because everyone's going all out there to do things. But, yeah, like I said, the airfares were a bit too much. But I didn't think about it until just a week or so ago. I thought, oh, I'll be there for Thanksgiving. I'll be in America for Thanksgiving. That's huge to me. Like, that's huge. I've grown up watching American movies, and they talk about Thanksgiving and how horrible it is.
Listen, girl, you're going to be hanging out. You're going to be hanging out during Thanksgiving in a very, like Thanksgiving's big here. Period. Yeah, but when you're in like a more rural area, they kind of do it up a little bit better. Like they just like. It's legit. So like you're gonna get like a legit kind of like Thanksgiving experience. Like that's pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking for. I'm not sure who's doing what yet. I'm pretty sure my friend Connie, the one I'll be staying with, will do it. I don't know. Maybe Connie, who owns Silver Queen, might put something on. She does as well, but then she'll probably be with just her family. And then there's Taylor. But Taylor, I don't know. But I know I'm having Thanksgiving there, probably with Connie, but I'm not sure. I'd love to have Thanksgiving in the Mackey Mansion.
Oh,
just so you guys remember, like, thanks for all the support. Make sure you're following all of our channels. But like, Karen's going on a big trip in a few days. She's going to be gone for a few weeks, experiencing Virginia City again, and just kind of exploring and having an adventure. So obviously, you're going to be wanting to follow Doof Paranormal on YouTube and on Instagram. You are on Instagram. You don't post as much on Instagram, but make sure you're following Doof Paranormal in all the places you can, because clearly Karen is going to be posting about her adventures and her experiences. So we want to make sure to keep up on that, because if she's going to be there for that many weeks, content, baby, we are going to get a lot of her adventures in America. Goodbye, Crow. He'll be back. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Enzo asked me not Enzo. Someone asked me about am I still going to go live on the Saturday? I think it was Enzo, and I said I'll try, because I'll actually be in America and it'll actually be Saturday night there. So I'll try, but it just depends on the internet.
Internet in Virginia City does suck. I would suggest like lives are hard. you've been there. Lives will be hard because of the connection type stuff, but you're already great at like capturing videos and cobbling together what you experience in like quick videos, so that you will have the ability to create content. You may not be able to like do as much live, but you're definitely going to be able to capture enough to like bring us along on your adventure type thing.
Look, I intend to ask when I'm there, because I know the owner of the Mackie Mansion. I don't know how I'll go though, because the lady that lives there, the one that shows you through, you know, she might, whatever. But I thought I might do a live from the Mackie Mansion's chicken house, because I've got to tether to my phone. I can't.
Oh yeah.
There's no internet there, so I tether to my phone. So if I can get a signal on my phone, you know, the outside bit, if I can see, you know, that gondola thing, whatever it is, that's right next to the chickens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. So I thought I could just sit there on a chair with my laptop, and everyone can see the Mackie Mansion chickens. You might even see a raccoon, but I haven't seen a raccoon yet, so we'll see.
Listen, I know I may not be able to enjoy like a live stream when you're in Virginia City just because of my schedule, but like, hey, the idea of a morning coffee session from the gondola of the Mackie Mansion, like that sounds pretty dang nice, actually.
Oh, well, if I do a morning coffee session, I'll do it from the roasting house, because I can sit out on the balcony.
I love
and then
that
I can put my laptop so people can see the mountains in the back. Because, I love
Raun,
their coffee.
I'm drinking a new beer, sir. It is the Coop 66 Lager.
Oh, Coop 66.
Hey, Regan.
Yes, sir. Just pointing that out there. It's from the Coop Ale Works. Oklahoma. It's a local beer. Calm down, my fair maiden. Calm down.
It's called allergies are really bad right now because it warmed up again. So and across the street, they tore down all the friggin' trees, so all the dust and like
across the street where the property's being sold and stuff.
So the house is
the
gone.
House is gone. The lot is completely cleared now.
Yeah, and now all the trees are gone.
Who took the RV? Who came and stole the RV? Sorry, this is inside baseball.
Did someone come and take the RV from that was the tractor?
Oh, there, yeah.
I'm pretty sure someone, yeah.
And what about there was a tractor or something over there, wasn't there? There was some kind of thing that Raun would like, a tractor or a mower, or there was something there, unless it's the RV I'm thinking of.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
there's a lot of junk over there.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Raun.
Yeah, now it's completely clear, but my allergies are like horrid because of all the stuff in the air. Like when I went out there and they were tearing down the house, all I saw was little crystals in the air. I'm like, oh, that's probably asbestos.
Probably. It was an old house.
It was, yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to be calling this live stream in about 10 or so minutes, 15 minutes. But if you have any questions, if you want to talk about a specific like topic or whatever, you need to let us know, because we're going to close this thing down because it is getting late. And as much as it's kind of early for me, it's a little bit later for the Canadians. And Karen has to go to the shop. So, we got that there. But give us some topics, give us some questions, guys. Like I really want to involve you guys in the chat in this live stream. And also, if you aren't subscribed, remember Doof Paranormal. We got Weeping Willow Paranormal. We got Crow Judas. We have a lot of friends here on the internet, and I hope you're following all of those shows. And also, like, we do live streams semi-regularly. I know Karen does like at least 2 or 3 live streams a week.
No, 2. One. Yeah.
Which is nice. So we're trying to provide you guys with as much content as humanly possible. And I know I have memberships available on my channel if you so desire. Cassie does as well. We got to get Karen to be able to get membership. So make sure you subscribe to Doof Paranormal. She's going to be on a trip. She's going to be going to Virginia City, Nevada. Start subscribing, start following her adventures. It is worth the time and effort to do that. And we will get her enough subscribers and enough view times to get her some memberships as well. And as always, Crow of Judah, grandfather, us all in terms of time on YouTube, who's been bringing us content for a long time, bringing us quality content in terms of debunking and just fun, good times.
When
Wiener reviews, all that kind of stuff.
When is your next video?
I wouldn't say it's quality, that's for sure.
Come on.
Oh, it's quality.
I love your videos. When's your next video?
This weekend.
Yeah.
There you go. You got to subscribe over there. Catherine asks, how long will it be for the next vid, Jason and Weeping Willow Paranormal? Well, Weeping Willow Paranormal has their final Waverly Hills episode tomorrow night.
Yes.
Make sure to check it out. Make sure to wear your headphones. And for me, Halloween is on Tuesday. I have 3 more Halloween movies to review. I have zero idea when I'm going to do a live stream to review the David Gordon Green Halloween franchise, which is Halloween, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. But it will be before Halloween. I will figure that out. And then next week, I believe, is the first episode of the Cave Hill Cemetery videos, which all of us were in Cave Hill.
That place was insane.
Where I got lost all the time.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to touch base with you, Karen, because there were some things we did at Cave Hill that require me to have some history.
Okay.
I kind of want to team up with you on doing because I did a stone cleaning, and that stone cleaning really has a lot of history behind it. And I know Karen looked it up when we were there, and she was able to grab onto a lot of history while we were there. I'm hoping me and you can do like a double team, like you do, like a history of this specific stone and person, and then I can accentuate that with my stone cleaning video. Because I
history, and you can put it all in one thing. You can just
we'll do something good, because it was something that, like, Cave Hill is a massive cemetery in Louisville. Amazing cemetery. We all had a lot of fun. We went twice. We went one day and it was too much, and we went back the next day and hung out there again, and it was great. We had an amazing time, but there was clearly a story that pulled me back to that place, and it pulled Karen back to that place, and Cassie and Ron were like, yeah, we need to go back. Like, we need to do this. And I had my stone cleaning stuff in Falcor. We cleaned the stone. We researched, Karen researched the story, told us about what she found. And it just made, like, I'm actually like getting chills just thinking about it, because it made that experience very, very important to me and our channels. And knowing that we're going to bring that kind of experience to you guys. And I've been, as much as like the investigations, I've been like, oh man, I can't wait to show you guys this investigation. Like, being able to like clean that stone and learn about this person is very important to me. And I'm super excited to now start to get to the point where I can give you those videos. So be on the lookout for that. This is Cemetery Road. I started with cemetery videos. It's the most important thing to me in terms of these, the content that I bring on this channel. Live streams, fun. Investigations, fun. Cemetery videos are the most important thing. Cleaning videos are the most important thing. And I didn't do many cleaning videos this year. It's because of my new work schedule, because of just way things fell. I didn't do enough. This one's important to me. So it's going to come up soon. Within the next couple weeks, I think. I'm going to touch base with Karen so we can get the history good, because I would love to have, like Karen, I would love to have your narration over my entire video, telling the history, and just kind of like, I feel like we need to do it right. I think we need to do it right by her. It's the
I had a big shock, people, when we were at the gravestone. I'm sitting there watching him clean it, and I'm going.
Yeah, it's the grave of a young girl, and she deserves that care. We cared for her stone. We remembered her between all of us, and now we're going to share that with you. And I feel like I'm super excited to bring that to you. I'm super excited to like have that moment and make sure she's not forgotten. I don't want to end this on a downer, so we're going to pick this up a little bit. Karen, what do you have coming up besides your trip? I know you have your trip coming up, but you have live streams, you have various things you got going on.
So when is it, Raun? About 2 days from now, 24 hours from now or something, or 48 hours. I don't know. Oh, hang on. I'll tell you in a minute.
Friday.
44 hours. Hang on.
44 hours.
44 hours from now will be 10:15 a.m. for me, but I'm not quite sure about 7:15 or something.
8:15.
8:15 for you.
Yeah.
So
Are you saying PM or AM for us?
PM.
So
Gotcha.
Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. There's a little episode that I've called Fun Facts with Raun. I put it together, and it's Raun. When we were at Niagara Falls, Raun was telling us all about the different workings of the falls.
Because Raun became very much our tour guide.
Yeah.
And we embraced it as we should.
So Raun would say, well, when they were building blah, 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 and I'd go, oh, that's a really interesting fact, Raun, thank you. What did you think of that fact, Cassie? And Cassie, there's a lot of Cassie doing this. So I put...
And then she would ask me, she's like, what do you think about that, Jason? And for some reason, every time I'd be like, I got, like I would have nothing. So and I'm trying to be like, she needs something. She needs something for her video. I need to be on. I need to be like, and she'd be like, what do you think, Jason? I'm like, like I had nothing. I had nothing, guys. Because honestly, the reason I had nothing is because Niagara Falls, flipping phenomenal.
Yeah.
We had such a good time.
So that's coming out on Friday night for you guys before my live. And then I've got another 5 haunting questions lined up to do with Beardo, Wacka Wacky Paranormal, and I'm waiting for a few others.
You just released Side Eye Guy.
I just did Side Eye Guys. So I've got them coming up, and then another episode of Raun's Fun Facts when it comes to Tesla and the generator building thing, the tunnel. Because in that, I look back at that, Raun, and you're telling me things, and I've gone, and Cassie's husband built the tunnel, and this is Raun. He built the like.
He's like trying to hold up the tunnel. He's like, it's not working. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
But that would have been great. We should have thought of that.
And Raun, I reckon you should do that yourself. Go around places. You're really good at talking on the thing. Like you're excellent. It came over really well.
I'm still working on my barbecue channel.
I agree with you, Karen. Like he's good at explaining things, which just tells me his barbecue channel, his smoking channel would be amazing because he could sit there and explain in a entertaining fashion how to smoke some meat and why he's so excited about smoking said meat.
My passion. It's my passion, guys. I love smoking meat.
Karen, when are you going to have me on your 5 haunting questions?
Sorry, what was that? What? Well, I was thinking of getting Raun on actually because he's part of
Karen, when are you going to have me on your 5 haunting questions? You won't let me be on the show.
Well, I tried to get you on my show when I was there, and you just kept avoiding it. So, do you want to be on? I
did not avoid it. Like, here's the thing, guys. Like, me and Karen were talking. She's like, "I want you to be on 5 haunting questions," and I'm like, "You know what we should do, Karen? We should wait till you come here, and then we'll do it in a cemetery." With the cemetery in the background, it'll be great. It'll be awesome. That's like production value. And she's like, "That's great." We had no time. We had no time while we were there because every time we were in a cemetery, we were like too involved in the cemetery to focus. Like we would get out of a cemetery, and she's like,
"Didn't do it."
We should have done 5 haunting questions. I'm like, "I will get it in the next one. We have plenty of cemeteries." And
when we got back to Jason's house before I had to go on the plane the next day, we were going to do it that night, but then we were both knackered and we didn't sort of talk about it again.
Like me and Karen, like we didn't really even talk much when we got back because we got back to my house and we were just like,
"Yep, I slept in the dog bed. I'm still trying to get a dog bed."
It's so nice, but we were so tired, so we didn't get to do it. But we should. Like, I'm seriously, I'm down for 5 haunting questions. We'll do it eventually, but make sure you check out her 5 haunting questions episodes because she's doing it with a lot of interesting people. She's it's a cross section of kind of like the YouTube channels we're usually dealing with. It's debunkers, it's investigators, it's just like guys who like to be on YouTube's. So it's an interesting cross section of folks to find out, like, why do you do this? Why are you passionate about the thing you're doing your YouTube channel on? Make sure you subscribe to Doof Doof for those shows. Like, that's her series, 5 Haunting Questions. But she's also got like, hey, I'm gonna investigate the truthiness, that's a word, of this haunted location. Like, here's my investigation of the facts and stuff behind this location. What does that mean for the stories you hear? Here she has investigation videos where she's gone to these locations and done at least tours or fact checking for locations. So make sure you're following her channel, because her channel is very much different than like what me and Cassie and Raun are doing, and it's a little bit different from what Crow is doing. But everything we're doing is kind of like, it works with each other. To like, what we're doing is we're trying to find truth in something, either by going to a location and investigating it, or investigating it through research, or investigating it through other people's experiences there, and kind of trying to see what they experience and if it's true. Like, we're all kind of in the same boat of trying to find the truth of something. We're trying to bring it in as fun a way as possible. We're also trying to find a truth. And so I hope when you're subscribing to all of our channels and supporting all of our channels, you're really understanding that, like, we're on the same journey. We're trying to find some sort of truth, and we're trying to connect with others who are trying to do the same. And so that's why we appreciate you guys. That's why we wanted to make sure you had this birthday experience with us. And I appreciate all the people who have been sitting in the chat for these last 2.5 hours. Make sure you subscribe to The Cemetery Road, Doof Doof Paranormal, Weeping Willow Paranormal, and Crow of Judas. And I think that's where we're going to end it, guys. And then it's going to be time for the after party, where the 4 of us or 5 of us, the 4 channels, and there's 2 in 1. They're just trying to hog the spotlight with 2 people. That's where we're going to hang out. But I think if everybody's in agreement, we're going to kind of end it here. Karen?
Yeah, what? Oh, yes. Yeah, I've got to get to the shops. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. I also need some lunch, and I've got to get to the shops, and I've got to get some jobs done before I lose sunlight. So,
absolutely.
Yes.
Weeping Willow, have you said everything you need to say? Tell the people what you got coming up.
So we have Waverly, the finale of Waverly, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. So wear your headphones, because that's all I'm going to say. It's not a super long episode. It ended up being only like just 32 minutes. So it ended up being a bit of a shorter one. But definitely wear your headphones. And then
short one, but a good one.
Short one, yeah, exactly. And then 2 weeks after that, I'll have my Bobby Mackey's. So
yep, we'll start with the Bobby Mackey's, which signals the end of our epic journey.
I'm sad, but yes.
Because I think we have our Bobby Mackey's episodes, and then I have maybe one more on the road episode, which is the behind the scenes stuff. And then I do have the Cave Hill, and then it is escaping me the name of the other cemetery we went to.
That was in Ohio, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No. That was in Ohio. No, Cincinnati.
That's it.
It was in Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's like a 1-episoder, but like Cave Hill will be at least 2. Well, Cave Hill will be 3, because it'll be 2 episodes on the cemetery and then 1 cleaning episode. So we still have a little bit of our epic trip coming out from all 3 of these channels. And then, Crow of Judas, what do you have for us over the next 2 weeks?
Video this weekend, a live stream probably, and oh God, that's pretty much it. I got a Halloween video coming out. I'll think of off the top of my head.
And then I have some Cave Hill goodness coming out soon. And then obviously I will be doing Bobby Mackey's episodes as well. I know Karen does as well. She's got some fact checking for Bobby Mackey's coming out. And then also I will be wrapping up my
fact checking.
Fact checking with Raun at Bobby Mackey's. We will have our last couple or our last episode of Jason on Halloween, which I'm going to be reviewing Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends before Halloween. It'll probably be this weekend. It'll probably just be like a half an hour episode. I can sum up my ideas on that trilogy pretty quick. But thank you again for your support of all of our channels. Thanks for wishing us some happy birthday love. You guys are awesome. Everyone. If you want to be members of at least my channel, you can do so very easily by visiting any link on my link tree, which has been posted everywhere. I don't care. But also, Weeping Willow Paranormal has reached the ability to have some link tree action and some memberships. So make sure you do that as well. And let's get Karen's channel and Crow's channel to the point where they can get some memberships and or if you both have Patreons, right?
Crow has membership.
Yeah.
No,
Crow has
I
a
can't.
Patreon.
And memberships. Patreon and memberships.
Crow does. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not the guy to be like constantly pimping my channel in terms of like financial support, but it does cost money to do the things we do. So if you are so inclined, do that thing. If not, just share the links. Just share the links, get eyeballs on our stuff. That will be enough. And also comment and be a part of these lives. That is huge to us. So I thank you all for all the people who have been here on the live. I see the names. I see you guys all the time. I love seeing all of you every time. Make sure you give yourself a pat on the back just for being here. I love you guys. That being said, remember, as always, when you're watching a live stream or you're wandering amongst the stones or searching for truth on the internet or dressing up like a piece of food, as always, be safe, be respectful, and all of us, every single one of us here at the Cemetery Road, at Doof Paranormal, at Weeping Willow Paranormal, and Crow of Judas. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for the happy birthdays, and we'll see you later.
Night.